better come on in here, sister. Good God Almighty.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Wrapped in swaddling clothes.
This is my desire to honor you, Lord, with all my heart I worship you. And all I have within I give you praise, and all that I adore is in you. Lord, I give you my heart, give you my soul. I live for you alone. Every breath that I take, every moment I'm awake, Lord, have your way in me. This is my desire. This is my desire. Come on, let's go.
Love to hear Shirley Caesar lifting up the name of Jesus. Mahalia Jackson, Reverend James Cleveland, hallelujah, hail to the King. Kirk Franklin, Fred Donny and the Winans really bless my soul. Helen Benila and Ronkin Ole, but of this I'm sure I'm created to sing. sing it. Gospel reggae, to worship Him in spirit. I'm created to sing gospel reggae, to worship Him in truth. I'm created to sing it. Gospel reggae, to heal, to save, to bless, and to deliver mankind. Gospel reggae, through the Holy Spirit, I'll praise His name on high, on high, on high, on high. No, I love to hear country music. God created everything. R&B and soul, that's alright, cause everything is owned by Him. Rap music, jazz and soca, He created too, to spread the only good news. And here's one too, I'm created to sing it. Gospel reggae, to worship Him in spirit. I'm created to sing it. Gospel reggae, to worship Him in truth. I'm created to sing it. Gospel reggae, to heal, to save, to bless, and to deliver mankind. Gospel reggae, through the Holy Spirit, I'll praise His name on high, on high, on high, on high. Now everything was created by God, for God, the King of Kings. And if His name be lifted up, He'll draw all men to Him. I'm created to sing it. Gospel reggae, to worship Him in spirit. I'm created to sing gospel reggae, to worship Him in truth. I'm created to sing it. Gospel reggae, to heal, to save, to bless, and to deliver mankind. Gospel reggae, through the Holy Spirit, I'll praise His name on high, on high, on high, on high. Now everything was created by God, for God, the King of Kings. And if His name be lifted up, He'll draw all men to Him. I'm created to sing it. Gospel reggae, to worship Him in spirit. I'm created to sing gospel reggae, to worship Him in truth. I'm created to sing it. Gospel reggae, to heal, to save, to bless, and to deliver mankind. Gospel reggae, through the Holy Spirit, I'll praise His name on high, 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 on high.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith. The Ground Report, the Ground Report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The Ground Report, the Ground Report.
I would think that there's been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
This season of Lent, get more options from Royal Castle with their 3 tasty meal specials. Meals made with the freshest fish, seasoned with the Castle's appetizing Trini ingredients and cooked to golden perfection. Choose from the fish combo, 2 succulent pieces of fish, 1 side and a 16-ounce soft drink, or the fish sandwich combo of a tender, tasty sandwich, 1 side and a 16-ounce soft drink, or even a flavorful veggie combo option of a sandwich, a side and a 16-ounce soft drink. Get more options from Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste for Lent.
David Guide and Son Funeral Services, with locations in High Street, Saparia, Port of Spain, Couva, San Fernando, and Point Fortin. David Guide and Son Funeral Services is the choice for you. Having to lose someone you love is already hard, so funeral services and arrangements should be made easy. And at David Guide and Son, that is what we guarantee. We guarantee our customers exclusive services at affordable prices. Our services include funeral pre-arrangement arrangement packages, casket customization, great customer service, the latest in body preparation technology, and the best fleet of vehicles to give your loved ones the send-off they deserve. With 5 convenient locations located nationwide, feel free to call or visit us today. With full packages starting from as low as $7,500, call David Guide and Son Funeral Services today. Distinctive, not expensive.
Are you stressed and worried by problems? Then meet Priest Santosh Ji. Priest is specialized in palm, face, photo, date of birth reading, and gives solutions to problems in marriage, relationship, love, business, job, health, and removes all black magic, negativity, bad luck permanently, and gives good luck and lifelong protection. Then call Priest Santosh Ji 384-3844. That's 384-3844.
Gear up for Hitman Howie T's Easter event. Clash of Generations. Sunday, 31st March on the Harbor Master. Morning, 11 p.m. sharp, sailing 12 midnight. Featuring Howie T in concert mode. Wear orange and black. There will be limited $200 tickets for this event. Call 689-2119 for more info. Get ready.
Put food on your table. ADC is affordable. Shop at ADC Supermarket, Cleaver Road. A very comfortable and clean environment. These prices are unbelievable. Come see for yourself. We have the best alcohol prices. Don't miss out. Get those specials on liquor. Put food on your table with ADC Supermarket, conveniently located at number 4 Cleaver Road in Arima. Every Friday and Saturday is real vibes and live entertainment from your very own DJ Christian on Friday and Saturday. Everyone is talking about ADC Supermarket. Shop in comfort and in a clean environment with the best prices for all your grocery needs. Secured parking. Remember, free delivery. Put food on your table. ADC is affordable. ADC Supermarket, number 4 Cleaver Road in Arima.
Not today.
Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back.
Relief shouldn't be hard to swallow. Get relief with the No More range of fast-acting syrups. Find no more congestion, no more allergies, no more nausea, and the new No More mucus in all leading pharmacies. Relief starts here.
Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more.
No more guessing. Get back to living.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Yes, indeed. President, good morning to all and sundry, East, West, North, South, Central, our friends in Tobago, and wherever you are, streaming at the worldwide web, President, good day to you. But I want to send a special good morning to Tobago because of that mystery scenario as far as that oil spill is concerned. What we know now is bunker fuel there seem to be information that can be verified that the items was being, of course, transported to Guyana, on its way to Guyana, coming from, well, at least the information there is sketchy as well, because it appears that the vessel was, well, at least the barge and a tug would have been involved, one pulling the other, and that the barge itself appeared to be, according to reports, in one instance empty, and in another one, of course, very sketchy, suggesting that it might have been not so. But what is certain that a port in Venezuela, there was a stop, and coming out of that, not only was the transpondent turned off during that period for a very long time, and of course the reappearance by satellite tracking, and then of course there was also a trail of leaking material from the barge, and there are some reports that suggest making it look as though it is a different vessel or different vessels that were involved by the nature of the information that were being reported or are being reported, suggesting that a vessel looking like words to that effect. But of course, we can categorically take the license to say that it would have been one and the same vessel. And of course, on the other hand, there is, whilst of course the owners would have been identified by way of the manifest and other documentation, the source of which I am yet to confirm, we are yet to confirm, but however, the owners or those who would have been on board, including the captain, would have been identified. The thing about it is it continues not to be known as to the whereabouts of the Solo Creed, which of course is the barge, sorry, the tug that was pulling the barge from the Venezuelan port on its way from the information that we have to ostensibly Guyana. Of course, the Guyanese authority confirmed that nothing reached there, and coming out from the vice president's mouth in an interview, in a press conference that he held some time ago, that they have not been able to confirm whether or not it was destined for Guyana. So mystery continues. Of course, fishermen and friends of the sea, Gary Aboud, he of course is speculating that there may well be Trinidad and Tobago interests in this entire sordid, ugly, environmentally degrading affair, and there are more questions than answers. I thought it was important to introduce this morning's offering on the ground report along that line. There can be no obfuscation, there can be no greater concern than that particular matter, and whether or not the flying the ointment attempted by the administration to suggest that we must deflect our attention from that into salaries for the major, should I say, public political official entities in this country, from Prime Minister to parliamentary representatives and leader of the opposition, etc. I don't think that is relevant. The fact of the matter is that we need to get to the bottom of this matter. Slowly but surely, we need to know what has happened, and then of course the government itself accepting on the very rare occasion a debate on the matter, on the adjournment of the House, And that is, of course, a matter of urgent public importance. Very rare, very, what I can say, surprising that the Speaker would have allowed that debate. And we know that it could have only been predicated on the fact that the Tobago seats, those two seats in Tobago, Tobago East and Tobago West constituencies, and are literally no longer, from all of the indications, in the hands of the PNM, nor would they be able to secure them in any future elections. And as a consequence, that is the real basis and not a genuine concern for Tobagonians, nor the environment as ostensibly the government would like us to believe. But there could be no other rationale or reason for that being allowed. And of course, let's face it, I cast no aspersions, but the fact of the matter is that if the government is opposed to or is affronted by any matter that is called for by the opposition as far as matters of urgent public importance, they stridently, and that is the track record. I am not talking here now by or by any speculative assertion that may emanate from me, but the objective observation or the objective observer will recognize that when a similar overture was made by the opposition on the question of discussing COVID, that the result of which was some 5,000 persons dying, a state of emergency, and a number of other issues emanating from that, including, of course, the curbing of electioneering, and an election in such an environment as well was hosted, and that the opportunity for no independent observers to come here to observe that particular election in 2020, one can only inescapably conclude that it is political shenanigans and opportunism that would have been the objective of the present administration to generate issues in favor of itself for political aggrandizement and political dominance. So that is clear. And of course, we have seen past oil spill along the coast of Trinidad, in this case, in the Gulf of Paria, and those communities that struggles that particular part of our marine environment. We have seen that even when such an overture would have been made or a request was made by the opposition, those were stridently rejected by the House, and clearly with the consent or the approbation of the government as far as treating with such matters of urgent national importance. So we cannot therefore obfuscate or in any way avoid or not put into the equation the political connotation or intent by the government because of its sagging popularity in Tobago and the necessity of those two seats for it to have any political currency in this country. I mean, that is two seats. The government was unable to satisfy the electorate in 2020 that it is worthy of consideration for a greater amount of seats in that particular elections, which of course some 41 seats would have been and still is up for grabs, and could have only mustered up 22 seats, 2 of which came from Tobago. It means therefore they are facing 20 seats. If we have to look at the statistics and take that into consideration, but at the same time, we know that UNC has been on the ascendancy in Trinidad, and therefore the likelihood that the UNC will take the next three elections is real. It is logical, common sense, statistically, and otherwise. So I say all of that to simply say that the government has a pernicious agenda. It is all about its political survivability, and that is the reason why they have agreed for a debate on the adjournment of the House on this particular matter. We await, of course, further clarity. Let me say that we have, of course, already submitted to the authorities at Town Hall a letter, which, of course, I don't have a copy of it with me because of the moving into the new facility at George Street, but I will have it ready for you tomorrow in terms of a copy of it, so possibly we'll read it out, and I have to give it to the other members of the organizing team, but certainly the request for the 18th of next month, which of course is just a day or two away. I think it's 28 days in this February, because I remember very distinctly that 30 days of September, April, June, and November, all the rest of 31, except in February alone, which has 28 days and 29 days each leap year. In other words, every 4 years, you have February having, of course, 29 days in that particular month. And outside of that, well, you have 28 days. So between tomorrow and over the following days, certainly the month would have come to an end, and therefore we begin the countdown the next 17 and therefore 18 days for this major event organized by, of course, a team, the same team that had Pushback 1, very successful, Pushback 2, Pushback 3, Pushback 4, Pushback 5, and of course, your participation and your, should I say, active verbalization and some of the issues about which we are very, very concerned, why we are going to assemble on the 18th opposite the Express on the Brian Lara Promenade. You have no need for any request or requesting any permission to assemble. That is very clear. The law is very clear. And then, of course, we go to deliver letters to the ministry, or should I say, preferably the Minister of Finance, Tom Imbert, who would regularly be deputizing for the Prime Minister when he's out of the country, and then to the DPP, the Director of Public Prosecutions, expressing our disappointment and to some extent our very, very deep concern as to why it is matters of national import, including, of course, that of the consequence of that inquiry into the death of those divers in that pipeline owned by Paria, and among other matters. But I thought that would be a major concern and a major part of the letter or the correspondence that will be delivered to the DPP. Of course, Mikey will give you a little more details on that. I'm merely saying that we have a duty and responsibility to prepare ourselves for the 18th, and the 18th is the, should I say, defining moment as we continue with this agenda of a long, hot 12 months of 2024. Elections inevitably must be next year, but certainly, hopefully, that this government will recognize that it has lost its mandate a very long time ago, and that the Rowley administration is really a lame duck administration, and it should be contemplating with immediacy calling an election so that the people can, of course, either renew or reject what is being purported to be government and governance and the undermining clearly of our democracy. Democracy clearly is government by the people, of the people, and for the people. And that has been infringed in more ways that, of course, attracts the chagrin and the disappointment and the dislocation that such a mismanagement of our resources have manifested over the last 9 years. This year being of course, the 9th year of the Rowley-led administration. That being as it may, let's go straight, of course, to the items that we wanted to share with you this morning. Fatima St. Francois Girls top choirs at music festival. Well, congratulations to them. As we said yesterday, that only attended. I think just about 100 persons would have been attending that particular school exercise, indicating that people are more concerned with bread and butter issues as opposed to, of course, things of a cultural nature, if you want to put it that will have a sort of mental relief. But of course, you cannot have that when you have to study to eke out a living. 3 shot dead in Maraval. Well, of course, Maraval is in the west, and yesterday we also said 3 shot dead, but that was in the east. So it appears that we have returned to normalcy as far as murders are concerned, and beyond double digit. We are talking about 3. Yesterday I mentioned that in the news. 3 in the east, and now, of course, 3 in the west. Maraval, to be specific, on this occasion. Little girls brave a big stage to sing solo at the music festival. Well, that is the ongoing exercise, engaging, of course, schools throughout the country. We also have, of course, the Tima Cabro boom replaced containment of oil spill ongoing. Well, of course, Gary Aboud, if you listen to him, you will see that he has expressed a concern that those booms may not be able to contain the amount of oil that is emanating from that, what I consider to be ill-fated barge and the ill-fated journey that has demonstrated that what can happen to a pristine and beautiful Tobago island like beautiful Tobago if the people are reckless, callous, and of course in this particular case is a classic case of all of the above, having regard to the fact that nobody connected to the vessels involved, both the barge and the tug, have come forward to take responsibility. But of course, slowly the information is coming out, and I'm sure that this is a small world. The technology will be able to eventually identify these and be more specific as to who and who would have been responsible for that, and therefore maybe legal action being taken to, of course, because we have laws connected to spillage and so on of that nature, because we have been, of course, our oil producing domain for over 100 years, and therefore these laws ought to be well entrenched and, of course, well known, and therefore action we expect will be taken in the interests of the public, and in particular Tobagonians. That being as it may, the government has said that it will spare no effort to, of course, provide the resources in order to bring Tobago back to some semblance of prestige or pristine. St. Joseph Convent, yes, of course, we mentioned that already. And of course, Miss Trinidad and Tobago World gains further attention at the pageant challenge. Well, of course, you understand the mask costume and all of that seemed to be an attraction in that particular event. I must say that I did not, of course, get the opportunity to read much of it, simply because I was focused on the oil spill and all that is the new developments that are taking place. Of course, I want to thank Ms. Arima last night as well for, of course, sharing some of it, and of course that motivated me to get up this morning and look for and to verify some of the things that was disclosed last night. So I want to thank you, astute and very concerned citizens, patriotic as you are, and we want to see you, of course, in spite of her, should I say, concern and her recalcitrance based on what she said last night on the corridor transformation. I want to tell her, do not give up, do not lose faith. Evil could never prevail over good, and it might appear to be, of course, an exercise in futility. I'm talking here and extending this motivation and encouragement to all of Trinidad and Tobago. Tobago has already indicated that it will be, they will be here on the 18th to, of course, share with us as well as participate in that particular exercise of delivering letters to and the ultimate, of course, assembling at the Woodford Square in order to address some of the burning issues that is contemporary Trinidad and Tobago today, governance, transparency, accountability notwithstanding. A Venezuelan woman stabbed to death in Cunupia brawl. So the murders continues, of course, gang violence, extortion, cripples business in Puna. Of course, that is the ground zero, the new ground zero for attention internationally as well, because, recently the Americans, in spite of what Stuart Young and Dr. Bowley will tell us, that they have very good relationship with, of course, the United States, but the United States good relationship is only to the extent that their interests is served, or that they do not jeopardize their own interests, so that it was, for example, very disingenuous of Stuart Young to tell us that a former ambassador did not address or raise the issue of Delcy Rodriguez, and that ambassador had to come out and say it in public, unprecedented, that Stuart Young lied, and that it was an imperative, it was incumbent on him as the ambassador here in Trinidad for representing the United States to have raised the issue of Delcy Rodriguez. So recently, of course, they have extended their advisories against Trinidad and Tobago to include St. Augustine, and no doubt, I'm sure that Tunapuna will be a contender for further expansion of that advisory against Trinidad and Tobago. What does that mean? It simply means that citizens of the United States contemplating visiting Trinidad, whether for business or pleasure, are warned not to come to Trinidad. Let me put it that way. And of course, if they do, they must avoid these places. The traditional, of course, Nelson Street and close to the Savannah, Belmont, etc. But of course, it has been extended to further east and eastern communities. And when that occurs, it means that therefore you are in a sliding state of affairs where it can only get worse, unless, of course, things improve, as we are attempting to do by moving into what I consider to be the belly of the beast, as we move our office to George Street to service, of course, Nelson Street and surrounding communities immediately, knowing full well of the gang wars and the borderline issues and all of the other antisocial conduct about which most of the society, or I shouldn't say most, but all of the society is concerned. And I want to say it has already begun to bear fruit, because of course I understand it's not just once. I understand that the Minister of National Security, or should I say insecurity, talking about Fitzgerald Hines, who of course is also the parliamentary representative for Laventille West, paid a visit. The guys, of course, indicated to me, and we had some round robin meetings yesterday and the day before. We have some others today, as we of course incorporate them in our efforts to try to generate a sustainable peace and quiet and putting down the guns, etc. And the government has failed in that regard, and of course the population recognizing that it is the community, it is upon the community that ultimate sustainable resolution to the problem of gang wars, and of course the attacks by virtue of home invasions, robberies, carjackings, hijackings, etc. It is on the community. Those who are actively involved, those who are resident there, must of course take a conscientious decision to address this problem. The government has failed in its efforts, so whether it be cautioning parents, cautioning the religious fraternity in this country, accepting that they have failed on other occasions, and then, of course, engaging in the most spectacular and most, what I consider to be enigmatic statement that this is a public health matter, and, of course, utilize our money, invested in it, in fact, by bringing leaders across the nation at the level of Prime Minister, Premier, etc., high government officials from CARICOM right here in Trinidad, utilizing our money, taxpayers' money, to accommodate them. And it turned out to be merely a frolic for the visitors, but an expense to Trinidad and Tobago, you and I, taxpayers. And to date, of course, none of the recommendations have been, of course, either implemented or being contemplated. What we hear now is another layer, and that is $100 million to do what? Well, of course, the guys told me that they were entreated to a meeting with the CPEP, URP, housing officials. Yes, Hines. Yes, the government. The ground report is much more informed and will continue so to be, and of course they are skeptical as to whether or not that meeting will bear any fruit. But if it does, it could only be ephemeral or temporary, and they are more gravitating to what we have proposed, talking about the ground report and of course the other initiatives that we are going to be taking in that community. They have more confidence in those initiatives because it is much more sustainable. We are talking about business. We are talking about the reconstruction of the Piccadilly Government School and the St. Philip Government School that has been in fallow, has been abandoned for several years, particularly since this government came into office. And that should be reconstructed. What will happen there is that more school spaces will be now available in that community. It's a highly densely populated area, and therefore the constant production of young people that will fill the spaces that would now be available if the schools are reconstructed, and at the same time put the parents in a less desperate situation in terms of finding resources, money that is, to send their children way across town, either at the Tranquility Government and other schools, that the children from these two well-established but decrepit institutions have to go, and therefore it is creating further difficulty, and that is the beginnings and element of the sustainability that we are talking about for generating the peace and the social and psychological capital investment that any government must be engaged in order to generate the peace on a sustainable basis, and of course people enjoy opportunities for work, and so put food on the table and mind their children and of course their families. That is what we are looking at, and of course a quality of life and standard of living that puts crime and criminality and other deviant behavior on the back burner or eliminated all entirely. That is the objective, and it is not far-fetched, and it is possible. I have been there. I have utilized most of my adult life in this area of work in these communities, and I can tell you it is possible. We have of course graduated over 6,000 young people between 1984 thereabout and 2000, when of course the PNM came into office and not attempted but destroyed. You can talk to people like Penny, Lystra Penny, who had a very good thing going with respect to street children. You could talk to Archbishop Barbara Gray Burke and her Ark of the Covenant Children's Home, and you could talk most recently as they came into office again, Garth Christopher, who had a homework center, and what Leonce and Hines conspired to do was to of course destroy that all entirely, so that no longer exists. And the community is the worst off for it, but yet still you have a amorphous, enigmatic 100 million statement, quite apart from the other initiatives that would have been part and parcel of the policy position of the government to address the question of crime, and they have failed. Of course, these are the areas that I would want to, of course, address at this time. We go for the break, and when we come back, we will, of course, open the lines, and then you will have your opportunity, of course, to treat with any other matter that you would like to address at this time. But don't forget, every time you call in, make sure that you remind your colleagues, your compatriots, and all right-thinking Trinbagonians, including, of course, persons who you would not normally want to address, but have to, because we are all in this very, what I consider to be treacherous space called Trinidad and Tobago by a marauding bunch of opportunistic political parasites who clearly have lost their way, a lame duck administration, and is refusing to call an early elections in order for the people to, of course, settle their minds and this matter once and for all. They are undemocratic. They are prepared to undermine the electoral process, as we saw in 2015 and 2020, and we are very minded. Of course, we take note of the awareness of the opposition, and last night, of course, was another indication of the consciousness of the opposition, the main opposition, that is, talking about the presentation last night of Kamala Prasad-Bissessar at that UNC forum. I think she was splendid, she was spectacular, pragmatic, and no one must parachute from the top into, of course, a safe space, but everybody must play their role and take up the gauntlet, because we have a common enemy, and that is the Rowley-led PNM administration in an organization, or consequential of an organization called the PNM, that is clearly a criminal enterprise. What people say is a cult? No, it's a criminal enterprise, people, because of course when you have all of these recusals, when of course you have the fake oil matter, when you have, of course, the intervention by the Prime Minister himself with respect to a process as far as the election or the selection of a commissioner of police, and we see all these infringements. How could it be concluded that it is a cult? No, a cult is nestled in an ideology that has nothing to do with greed, and has nothing to do, of course, with self-aggrandizement in the way that this administration attempting to materially advance themselves and inexorably heading towards what we establish as a 1%, should I say, group in this country. It is about deceiving. It is about treating with public funds in a way that is unacceptable. It is about generating an attitude that says that we are in charge and the resources of the country, we don't have to explain to you. That is criminal. That is not a cult. Let us disabuse this term and do not give any kind of oxygen to a group of individuals who clearly have coalesced themselves and have conspired to deprive the poor, the downtrodden, our children, food and books in school, and of course other basics, including of course infrastructural development. And when we look at the Balize House, we see the repercussions or the results of that level of avarice, greed, and contempt for the people as public decadence continues, of course, to be a hallmark of this administration, and the money laundering and other criminal behavior that clearly can be identified with this administration, and therefore just to call them a cult is, of course, attempting to generate a situation that does not exist, is a bunch of opportunistic political parasites in an organization that is called the PNM, that is a criminal enterprise, and that is what it should be, and therefore they have offended the criminal law, and one expects that with immediacy as a number one agenda, blue lights and silver bracelets, as Rowley likes to call it, for him and all of the members of his cabinet. We know they are going to resist. We know that they're going to take our monies and try to, of course, sanitize themselves. But they have done too much for too long for anybody, in the right sense, except, of course, those who are part and parcel of that, what I consider small grouping that wants to, of course, hoodwink and stay in office, to continue to deceive and to put us in a state of destruction ultimately. And we must therefore come out on the 18th and say to them that we know who you are and we recognize who you are, and we are going to resist, because this is still a democracy, government by the people, of the people, and for the people. Fundamentally, a major ethos of it is that of transparency, accountability, and accounting to the people in a way that is in itself transparent. We go for the break, and when we come back, more on this edition of the Ground Report.
A lucky homeowner will win a brand new car. Yes! A brand...
Shiny and Ari Restaurant is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. 67 Western Main Road, St. James, opposite Standards. Serving local breakfast items like sada, fry bake, roast bake, and pies. With all your favorite local fillings. Assorted lunches available from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Get pilau for $25 or get combination lunches from $25 to $40. They also have soup specials as well as crab and dumpling. From 6 p.m. have dinner on the pavement a la carte with burgers, fried nuggets, gyro, and just about anything you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your order. Shiny and Ari, Main Road, St. James, open 7 days a week.
The big question today, how much will my electricity bill increase? Stop worrying. Act now. Replace your bulbs with energy efficient LED bulbs now available at Trinity Light. When you purchase 4 60-watt LED bulbs for $112.50, you get 2 absolutely free. That's right, absolutely free. Or purchase 3 100-watt LED bulbs for the same price and get 1 100-watt LED bulb free. Trinity also has the following options. Purchase 2 4-foot LED tubes or 1 8-foot or 2 LED colored bulbs for the same price, $112.50. At Trinity, we also stock specialty items and a wide range of electrical supply for all your household, medical, marine, commercial, and much more. Any hard-to-find bulbs or parts, we can source it locally or internationally. Check us out at 123 Western Main Road in St. James. Call 628-8373, WhatsApp 461-8620, or email trinityetc@yahoo.com.
Hey, you! Yes, you! Need quality printing at affordable prices? Then look no further. At Graphic Source, we've got you covered. Take your project to the next level for all your designs and printing needs. From t-shirt printing to labels, signs, and banners. Look no further. Business stamps, flyers, tickets, and invites, just to name a few. With 2 convenient locations. Eastern Main Road, St. Augustine, opposite Massey Stores. And Arima Shopping Center, Broadway Street, Arima. Contact us today. 342-2664, 270-0428, or 360-8917. Graphic Source, your #1 source. You name it, we design it and print it.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life, because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
The rainy season is here, so be weather smart and change your tires to handle the nation's wet roads. After all, you don't want to be the one to cause any accidents, do you? So why not check out Racetrack Wheels right now? They're the only one that gives you quality tires to hold the road properly. And to top it off, Racetrack Wheels carries all sizes of tires for all makes of vehicles. They are the sole distributors for Salem and Achilles tires. These tires carry a full manufactured warranty and is the #1 tire for comfort and performance in this rainy weather. We have the latest rims in all sizes, all at drastically low prices. We also do blank wheels that could be drilled to your vehicle specification. It's all about new technology and keeping ahead of the game.
So hurry on down to Racetrack Wheels, 3 locations: 330 Eastern Main Road, Aruca, 82 Bethany Road, Bucco, Tobago, and 64th Southern Main Road, Chase Village. Or call 285-9168.
So my friend, take it from me and be weather smart this season and change your tires right now at Racetrack Wheels.
Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Yes, indeed. Pleasant return. Of course, time check is just about 6 minutes to the hour of 7 o'clock. As I said, Mikey will join us at the appropriate time. Of course, I want to tell you that Andy has, of course, I don't know if that will be extended to Mikey as well, but he has called me and thanked me for the way that I have been, of course, treating with the concerns that he obviously has, even though, of course, he has not asked us to, of course, make any plea on his behalf. Very independent, speaking, of course, very independently as usual. A fellow who is extremely conscious of his role and responsibility, and does not feel that the people should feel sorry for him or anything like that. And of course, I don't know where that comes from, because I mean, I am not doing this because I'm sorry. I'm doing it because it is a humanitarian thing and it is the right thing to do. And if we are spouting, or should I say spewing that every morning, then of course all of us must be conscious so that we are not makers of ourselves. We are not here to unturned stone, for example. Life is that fragile, and therefore, of course, where there can be amends in more ways than one, having regard to the complexity of life or living today. And we have a colleague that has found him or herself in a certain situation, then we need to put our best foot forward. We must be, of course, our brother's keeper, in other words. It reminds me of the old song, the old village council song. If I can help somebody as I pass along, then my living shall not be in vain. So I thought it was important, of course, to share that with you. Don't forget, of course, that you can call him at any one of the numbers, but after the program, preferably, and of course, express your pledge in terms of financial support for him. He's really in need. Now, he could say what he wants. I will, of course, continue so to do in spite of his, should I say, recalcitrance, for want of a better term. That being as it may, the numbers to call 229-0251, 229-0251, 239-5120, 239-5120, and of course, if you want to WhatsApp us and you want to leave a voicemail, we will play during the course of the program. 366-3053, 366-3053 is the WhatsApp number you can call us at or leave a message. I want to say on the question of corruption and nepotism and cronyism, and I am saying so, and this is the words of Lennox Smith, has nothing to do with Andy, Mikey, the ground report, of course, at the station. They have warned me about it already, but I thought it was imperative to say that I'm extremely concerned that you have a fella like Noel Garcia. I think he's extremely corrupt. I think he is a fella that no democracy can countenance. I think he's a bagman, so to speak, and he uses, of course, public office for his personal vendetta, and no doubt I would not put it beyond him of aggrandizement, and I say so against a personal experience, one, and secondly, what I've seen was just after the flyover on the Eastern Main Road, just after the flyover, when you leave in Port of Spain, you will see, of course, a red and black containers was stacked on top each other, and suggesting that that is the office for the construction of some HDC facility on that particular area that was formerly, of course, occupied by the Citrus Growers Association there. You see, because that is the same containers that I saw stuck up just on the periphery, if not on the fringe of Balize House, yes, Balize House, during the construction of the area that was formerly the car park, and I saw it now there, clearly preparing for the construction of a housing development there. Usually it's apartments blocks. I have not gotten the entire information, but I will be seeking through the Freedom of Information. And we never got the name of the contractor at Balize House. The same contractors, from what I have observed, with those red and black containers. Those of you who are from Laventon and so on, you pass and you will see it. And we never got the name, but now we will get the name because, of course, the construction at Balize House would have been a private one, and therefore it would have been outside of my permissibility for me to accept that, for me to, of course, inquire. But now that they are in the public space, I can now, of course, inquire. That's one. And of course, so that belies at the same time Dr. Rowley's statement that no contractor associated with the PNM administration, as far as jobs that was given in the public space, there is no contractor that would have been associated with Balize House construction, that monstrosity that is being constructed there. So I want to make that very, 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 very clear. The other issue, of course, is I see that NH International has been given the job of constructing the headquarters for the Ministry of Social Development on Tragridge Road, where Despas occupied. But I want to find out as well, what will happen to the earth that was excavated to establish the basement of Balize House and was deposited on that site. Who will be responsible for the moving of the earth if it is not required, or if a basement is to be constructed on that site in order to, I'm not questioning NH contract, but I'm questioning whether or not that earth yes, people. So those are the areas that I would want to treat with. And as I said, Andy, Mikey, the station, the owners are not responsible. And I'm saying categorically that Noel Garcia is a corrupt individual. So he can send me personally the pre-action protocol letter. And of course, I'll explain during the course of the program as to why I'm saying what I'm saying, from personal experiences and other factors. That being as of course, the numbers to call, the lines are open. Don't forget, of course, people, 229-0251, 229-0251, and 239-5120, 239-5120, and 366-3053. The lines are open, and of course, this is your opportunity. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah,
Yeah, loud and clear. Sorry about that. Loud and clear, yes.
Yeah. Morning, Andy and Mikey K. Andy, you Lennox and Mikey K is one family. It's one family, my brother. So don't really take no horrors, as they say. Everything well and kind on a good show every morning. And we hoping that you will come out very soon. Yeah. My thing is, I really can't understand what happened. Like, this government hate the people and the citizens of this country so badly. Imagine this, it's alleged, if you own a maxi taxi, and you passed on, nobody, none of your family cannot use it again. Is this true? Am I hearing this nonsense with this government? Just imagine you put out your money. A maxi taxi is not $10,000. You put out your money. You buy a maxi taxi. You come and you pass. You will tell me nobody cannot use it. You have to go through all the channels again. What kind of madness, They want to take over everything. They want to come just in your house and take over your bed. What kind of... I want to say something, but I have to have respect. I find this is nonsense with this government now, boy. All you playing people, all you taking us for a ride, a fool. All you have all your billions put aside there for all your friends, all your family, and all your financiers. And you telling me a poor man like us cannot say what and what to do with ours? What happened? All you want to run everything? Is everything all your eye talking and so? No, man. We have to get real and maxi taxis owners. You know what all you have to do? Seeing that this come along, all you should have all your maxi with a piece of black cord on it. Put something black on it and all you, I'm telling all you to do that with a ledge and all you should pack up all the money because that is unjust. And it's time now for you to open all your mouth and come out to the match on the 18th of this month because that is ridiculous. The government is playing us. They're playing cat and mouse with us. They're bringing in all that now. You see, when the boat, what went on with the boat, they want us to forget that. But we can't forget that this is our front burner. It is not supposed to go behind our back. We have to remember with the boat, the oil boat all here, that is what they're trying to show off. Lockton and listening, and the government, all you have to go, PNM, all you have to go. All you destructive that are people on them, all you wicked.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Of course, I see that Carnage and others are calling the WhatsApp to call in. Please, that for the last 2 days, we will not take actual calls to the studio from that number, that 3663053, that WhatsApp. We will take, of course, your voice notes and we will play that, but don't call us or don't try to get in on the program on that number. So I thought that was important. Let's go straight back to the lines. Pleasant, good morning. Welcome. The lines are open. It is your turn, of course, to express your front burner issue. I have a lot to talk about, but of course I can talk from now until whenever. But I know that this is an interactive program, and therefore your contribution is even more significant than mine, as far as I am concerned. And since it's designed for you. Pleasant, good morning. Pleasant, good morning. Pleasant, good morning, and speak up, please. We lost that one. Of course, when you get in, please, and talk a little louder because I'm having a little audio issue here in terms of volume. So I would love to hear every syllable. And if it requires my response or anybody else's response, they would want to hear as well. So the numbers to call, don't forget for the new callers, are 229-0251, 229-0251, of course, and 239-5120, 239-5120, and the WhatsApp number only, of course, to give us a voicemail at the comfort of your convenience. 366-3053, 366-3053. Do not call us on that number. You will not get us. All right. In studio, I'm talking about. Good morning.
Morning, Dancer Boy.
Yes, good morning.
Morning, Dancer Boy.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you. I was there on Friday, man. I was at Spargos on Friday and I had a wonderful time.
Well, yes, I was watching you, but you couldn't see me. The neck moving like a how do you call it? Wrong and wrong like a merry-go-round.
I hear you.
Firstly,
all right. Let's hear what you have to say. Of course, I'm sure that part of your issue is make sure and encourage people to come out on the 18th.
Yeah, well, firstly, let me send greetings to Andy for a speedy recovery. God bless him with health and strength and long and divine life. Because I mean, he have young kids to see about and a madam and a home to take care. God will richly bless him with that joy of life, which is love, truth, righteousness, peace, non-violence.
Great.
Secondly, I don't know if you know about this. You know the grocery they had in Tunapuna where Era Cinema was?
Eagle Cinema?
Era Cinema.
Yes. Do
you remember many years ago it had a grocery there? Some years ago?
Boy, I've been on that side for some time. But go ahead. Mm-hmm.
You know, they had found some milk tins on the shelf with cocaine in it.
Oh, right.
Do you know who's the owner? And you will find out the owner. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear you. Well, call me privately now. We can talk that.
Yeah, you know. But other than that, we as a nation, if we don't come together and don't have that joy for humanity and for love of country, as Mikey would say, we'll go to hell in a gasoline-soaked paper bag. But you see, most of the sycophants of the PNM there, when he say all of is stupid, it's not for us, it's for them, because most of them, if they see their name on the wall, it's like Chinese writing, you know. You know that?
Yeah, incomprehensible.
Yeah, you know that is how it is.
Uninitiated, yes.
Yeah, morning to Mikey too, but Lennox boy, these people and them, I mean, look at the oil thing in Tobago there.
Yeah.
They blaming Guyana. Stuart Young. They blaming this one, and you know they don't blame themselves. Don't find fault on nobody, find fault on yourself. The hard part about it, that everything that happened there, you find no human figure to say that the human drowned or was part of it. They all disappear. That is the amazing part of it. The tanker sink, the tug is nowhere in sight. But a fella said yesterday he seen it from up on the hill.
See that. I went there yesterday, but I didn't get any information on that.
Yeah, you know, oh God, boy, and this, and you know what the whole factor about it is? Only hate and race they're pushing. You know, the whole thing is hate and race, and you can't put race in a roti or a bread or a bake and eat it. You understand? You can't do that.
Well said.
Try to see goodness in each human being so we could have a better country, because I always say one of the nicest places in the world is Trinidad and Tobago. Once we get it right, once you get rid of evil. But good always conquer evil. Good always conquer. You see, the longest rope have an end. And it has to come to an end. It's just a matter of time. You feel you're going forever. There's a Hindu philosophy that speaks about Kali-Yuga time. The more you do good things, the more they look at you as a piece of filth. And all the wrong things you're doing, they look up to you as righteous. And look at the, what they call the gate in Tobago. Inez Gate, or what they call it. But what you know, when
INS Gate.
Thank you for
Email is another gate. Yeah.
Thank you for correcting me. When you heard Imbo talk, when they lost the election, he talking about he have nothing and he suffering, what he gonna do, what he gonna do, and this. I want the authorities to check when they came in office what they had and what they have now, and could give account to it. But I can't wait for them the blue lights and the bracelets according to you. You understand? I can't wait for that. Because the time coming, you know, the time coming, we have to have patience. And this round, you have to have patience like if it's a hospital. Because you don't know who is planted in the different institutions there, that they control everything. Look at the Integrity Commission now. Look at the Integrity. And this president we have here, God, she's supposed to remember God gave her a chance in life. You understand what I'm saying? Remember she was diagnosed with cancer. You understand? You should be praising God and being truthful for the well-being of another human being and for your country. But they fail to realize what life is all about. Nobody is everlasting. Temporary joy is temporary, but everlasting joy is when you could see good, be good, do good, and good will follow you. You know? Good. But God is great. And to the brothers, and I'd like to hear Anderson and this other one, what his name is, boy? I like to hear them, From on your side, man, oh God.
Yeah, well, we know Anderson. I've heard him in True for a little while.
You want to know the stomach?
Kingsley.
Kingsley, I liked it.
Kingsley.
Yeah, man.
I think he called yesterday.
I am a lifetime member from since the inception of the UNC, right? And Kingsley is one of them I love and welcome big times and understand all of them. Because you all come from one mother and father, Adam and
But the best party is the best party that proven to be concerned about people-centered
we have to
management of our business.
God make everybody to image and likeness, and you must appreciate the world, everybody. See good and see God in all human beings, because without that you don't have nothing. You know what I mean? You just have to love people. The only solution to pollution is love, and if you're anyhow that you're going to be like Satan. You know, and we got to get rid of Satan. Satan
Yes,
is
definitely.
destructive
That is
component.
temporary, yes.
Yeah, destructive component as a human being. And to my good friend in Tunapuna, I hear him all the same morning to Mr. Tunapuna.
Yeah, he was around yesterday as well, almost every day.
But
Yeah.
talking, calling me now.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm a good friend, you know. We have roots together, you know, and he's a fighter, you know.
All right.
He's a fighter.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your intervention.
Yes. Boy, only have a good day. God bless you all in Trinidad and Tobago, man. So
yes, and tell them where to be on the 18th again. Where to be on the 18th?
On the 18th of March, man. At the square.
That's right. That's
Woodford
right.
Square, you know. You got to be there.
Yes.
If you're not there, you'll be it's something else. It mustn't have room in tongue. It mustn't have room in tongue.
That's right.
You understand?
All right.
Take it easy,
Thank you.
God bless you.
All right. Thank you very much. Of course, we take your call. We continue to take your calls. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Lennox. How are you doing?
Well, you know, as good could be in this circumstance.
Yes. I was listening there to how what you were saying about what is his name, Noel Garcia.
Yeah, Noel Garcia, yes.
Yes, I agree with you 150% because I listen to every day of the Commission of Inquiry of Las Alturas. When they put a man on the stand, and I watch he there, anybody who have a iota of faith could see Satan in that man's face. 28 times he forget when they ask him questions, and 16 times he can't remember. You know where he come from? You know where he was for the last 5 years before that inquiry? He was in Malta.
In Africa.
Somewhere in Africa. And he come down here as soon as PNM win, they make that man chairman and it goes something so. So all that forgetting with the age and thing, because that come out in the last thing. Because if you remember, he said that he and Rowley said that they pass on everything they had on Las Alturas to Fort Dick. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
The lady who they put, and the Chinese man who was one of the chairman of the inquiry, somebody sent a tape to him, and they show you Noel Garcia and Keith Rowley walking before Dick Ford came in Minister of Housing, walking through between phase 2 and 3. And then men watch that and people in Trinidad and Tobago face and line and say, I know them boy. Get away with that. Because they come and they win the election and they squash everything. I suppose you remember all that, Lennox.
Oh yes, indeed. And of course, if Manning had known about Greenvale and the way how it emerged, the chronology of it, I'm sure that Rowley would have been history then. But of course, he had the same people who was protecting him.
Yeah. But I tell you, when I watch that man face, what you say about him this morning, you speak the truth, the God's truth, I have to say, about that man. But I hear you saying that they're going to make housing was Lennox?
Housing, well, he is head of the agency and the UDCOT as well.
No, what I'm saying is, I don't know if I hear you correct, but you said where CGA was, they're going to build housing there?
Yeah, the citrus growers, not the coconut growers. There are two. You have the citrus growers, you have coconut growers. Coconut growers is still there, but CGA, yes, that is close to the flyover when you're heading east. If you
I know
want
it
to
is.
Get a,
I know
yeah,
it is,
right.
but
Yeah, John,
CGA, but
there.
what I'm asking is if that is government land or private land.
Yeah, it was leased to them for several years, and they have abandoned it. I myself was seeking some information about it, but the government seemed to have planned for it before any let's say NGO entity could have applied.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. You see that where CGA is there? Whatever they're going to build, no poor man in Lavantin is going to get at it. Mark my word, today, and the time, what I'm telling you, nobody from Lavantin is going to get anything they build it. Have a nice day, Lennox Smith.
Thank you very much. Of course, we continue to take your calls. Don't forget the numbers to call 229-0251, 229-0251, 239-5120, 239-5120, and of course, WhatsApp. Leave us a note. We will not take calls from that number, so I want to tell Carnage and others who prefer that mode of call, 366-3053, 366-3053. And don't forget, of course, all of you, whichever you choose, please, of course, call Andy, wish him well, and of course, leave a pledge. Good morning. We continue to take your calls. This is your time. Good morning.
Good morning, Lennox. It's Ground Report family to Lapuna here.
Good morning to you.
Yes, and I wish Andy,
Yes.
as I say, all the best. And I'm waiting anxiously for March the 18th. And as we say, Lennox, all the issues that we see in this country that is facing us and continue to expand in terms of corruption, mismanagement, misgovernment, you name it. I hope everybody come to some point of realization and come out there on March 18. Let me show the world that what Rowdy says, he lied, that we ain't stupid. We fed up, we can't take it no more. And last night, Lennox, in fact, well, my partner who called earlier on with the disability, you know him, eh? And talk about the food.
Yes.
The growth. That's my brethren, right? The name of
He
the
said so,
supermarket which was by Eros Cinema is Food Masters. And you know what the owners of that?
Okay.
Rohan Sinanan and them. That them was the owners.
No,
of
I
that.
see.
So you understand. And remember yesterday I mentioned to you, one of his key partner was a man who was involved in the illegal quarrying, a fella they call Gera. And that's one of the
Yes.
man, that was one of, that is his partner, that was the information.
As I say that, I see the badge that Tobagonians are concerned about with aggregate sand and gravel and so on. I understand it is connected to the Warners.
To the Warners and them from
Yeah.
Tobago.
Yeah. The Warners,
Well,
yeah,
enough,
yeah,
I am
yeah.
very
That's the information coming out of Tobago.
I am very peeved with Tobago people. That, so much issues, this badge sinking in Tobago, this oil spill and whatnot, and the Tobago opinion people, like, they're just normal as nothing happening. Like, they're taking these things for joke. The country is being destroyed by a PNM government. And you won't tell me these fundamental issues when they're destroying the environment, the livelihood, the everything, and they're not saying anything about it, Lennox? I mean, something has to be wrong with these people. Last night I listened to the leader of the opposition, the meeting, and when she talked about state briefing that is given to this guy, Garcia Falan, Cohen Garcia, the wife, husband of the president. It leaves you to wonder, what is really going on? The kind of millions of dollars he gets in state briefing and whatnot. And as Rowley said, you have to make the rich get richer once you associate with the PNM. Because I will tell you why. And you see this Integrity Commission, man, I'm watching him with a hawk eye. Because there are issues that ought to be investigated by the Integrity Commission against PNM people. I hope he follow it up, because I see now he started to talk about the issues with the purchase of the ladders for the fire services, Lennox, which cost so much, $1 million or $2 million. Lennox? Hello? Hello?
Yes, yes. I'm here. I was just distracted a bit, but go ahead.
Yes, but you see, he now calling for investigation into the purchase of the ladders, and calling for all those who were involved in the players, who sanctioned it and who this and that, and the transaction, the process of procuring it and whatnot. But you know what is strange about it, Lennox?
Right.
Under the Freedom of Information Act, I read on the papers, Inchan Ishmael requested to find out who were the people that they bought these ladders from. You saw who were the people that bought it from, Lennox?
It's vague now, but I did come across something to that effect. Yes.
Amalgamated Securities.
But go ahead.
Amalgamated Securities.
Mm-hmm.
Does
Okay.
the name ring a bell to you? Those are financiers.
Yeah, of course. Justice on time.
Right. So
Justice
therefore,
on time. That's the bell. It was wrong. Yeah.
these are the people who get lucrative contract, Amalgamated Securities, providing protection for the financial complex, the treasury, for all government institutions. You name it. Then transporting of the prisoners and all these kind of things. The billions of dollars these people receive. And today, I hope, because this is a matter that had to be dealt with seriously. This is high-level corruption, Just the purchase of a few defective ladders, and then the ladders cannot work. It cannot fit on the fire trucks and what other thing. And who authorized it? And you're going to tell me that we have to buy ladders from Amalgamated Securities? Lennox, something really definitely wrong with we people in this country. And I hope the fella, the Integrity Commission man, I can't remember, some hidden something, I think it is. I hope the other issues that is being alleged against PNM people, that he take the same action, because that's from what the opposition leader said. He is, that partner thing with the PNM. And there will be no investigation. This is why they select him. And the fella who was there before, the Ram Logan fella, who they kick in the butt, he deserved it. I have no sympathy for them, because they were doing the blasted work. And bringing all these things to the forefront. Rowley and all of them could have been history with the corruption, the level of things. The same thing with the procurement regulator, the Munila Lal.
Yeah.
All these fellas. You understand?
Like they invent nepotism.
Well, this is it. So they put people who they want there, and who could carry out their dirty work. This is what PNM is all about. And I want this Integrity Commission, man, now that you're playing, that you're fighting with this ladder issue, I want you to take up the mantle with Inez Gate, with Keith Rowley, and all these people and them who involved in serious corruption, the Warners and all these people and them. Don't let people just give up the hope. This country is bleeding. It is bleeding, and people laughing at where the world, throughout the world. Everybody is saying, well, these people, they're really stupid to be sitting down and taking all these things. And all these issues that being raised, Lennox, if the people don't see March the 18th as the day of reckoning, the resistance day, then Lennox, what we going to do? Just sit down and just continue calling on the radio station and complaining? We have to take some decisive action. And March the 18th, Trinidad and Tobago is the day of reckoning. Everybody, working class people, maxi taxi, this and that, all these people who are getting the pay and thing and whatnot and thing, everybody, the Port of Spain City Corporation workers and all of them, schools, teachers, everybody, the university, the country. You remember there was a picture they called the day the earth stood still, Lennox? You remember that? Well, this is a situation.
Remember that, yes.
This is a situation that we have to make Trinidad stand still. Nothing has happened. Nothing, absolutely. Let the world see that we're getting serious. We can't take it. And I want, this is the final thing, I want to warn the president of Guyana, Dr. Irfan Ali. Don't associate yourself too closely with this man, Keith Rowley. He's going to put you in trouble. because they say, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. And knowing that Rowley associates with the narco traffickers and all of them, and Maduro and whatnot, and Venezuela connection with Russia and China and all these people, oppressive governments, warning Irfan Ali, President Guyana, citizens of Guyana, call on all your presidents to tell your president to desist from having any relationship with this man, because he's a notorious liar. He will set you up. He will set you up, because so far we have seen so much issues as it relates to Venezuela and what, and he have not set a word. So the Guyanese people, I am appealing to you all. Call on all your president. Have absolutely no close relationship. Do not trust this individual. Let us have a blessed day, brother.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Of course, notice taken, I'm sure. Professor, good morning. We continue, of course, to take your calls. Very important at this point in time. And then, of course, we'll go for a short break and return thereafter. But let's hear what you have to say. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Speak a little louder, please.
Good morning. So, you can hear me?
Beautiful. Thank you.
Right.
Loud and clear. That's
right.
This
man breaking the law all how left, right, and center. This man called Rowley, and the cabinet breaking the laws all how. I mean, you do it boldfacedly in the public for people to see what this man is really doing, right? And nobody is doing nothing about it. The man control the president. The man control the commissioner of police. He control the law association. You just name it, he have a hand in it. So this man bold-faced, he could do all the wrong and get away. I wonder in something, Father God, why you don't kill these people and them? This is my prayer. Why you don't kill Rowley and the Attorney General and all of them that rob in this country, all the resources in this country? I don't understand why God didn't kill these people as yet, because these people is the most wickedest set of people in the whole of the Caribbean. This man is the richest prime minister in the whole of the Caribbean. This man must be own half of Tobago with all the millions and billions of dollars this man run keep from this country. The Attorney General, the Minister of Finance, all of them look for some common sense. He get in the PNM and he gets all a big position in PNM. He own over 20 acres of land which he never even worked one day in Caroni, and he just taken land all about left, right, and center. Them players, them abusing the position that they're in, and they're ripping off this country. This country is going bankrupt because of these people. Oh God, Father, destroy these people. These people is too wicked to be human beings. Them is demon in human form. Father, this is my prayer. Destroy this wicked, evil man who called Rowley, and the Minister of Finance and the Attorney General and all of them who is in part of destroying this country. Destroy them, Father, before they destroy all the poor people in this country. Thank you, God.
We continue, of course. We'll take a final call before we go for the break. Yes, indeed, of course, the people are very emotive, indeed, and they ought to, because of the tragedy that is the fate of Trinidad and Tobago today. Good morning. Good morning. Speak a little louder. The different getting a little challenge here. All right, if not, newbie, let's go for the break, and when we come back, of course, we will take the rest of the calls. If there's no one on the line.
Looking for top quality and affordable hardware supplies? Then look no further than Midland Hardware, number 97 Eastern Main Road, Arouca. We stock a wide range of tools, water tanks, blocks, lumber, steel, and everything you need for your home and business project. Check out our new display of steel windows and assorted designs of metal curtain rods. Midland also stockpiles sand, gravel, topsoil, and more. We have a variety of kitchen faucets, face basins, and toilet sets, bathroom mat sets, all garden tools, hand tools, generators, power washers, and water pumps. Customers can make payments via links, credit card, online payment, and cash on delivery. WhatsApp 327-7761 for free quotations, or give us a call at 646-2144. Open every day, Sunday to Sunday from 8 a.m. From foundation to finish, it's all at Michelin.
Are you stressed and worried by problems? Then meet Priest Santosh Ji. Priest is specialized in palm, face, photo, date of birth reading and gives solutions to problems in marriage, relationship, love, business, job, health, and removes all black magic, negativity, bad luck permanently, and gives good luck and lifelong protection. Then call Priest Santosh Ji 384-3844. That's 384-3844.
More FM 104.7.
For over 100 years, radio has been the most accessible and it's still the most listened to medium everywhere. More FM 104.7 is programmed for just that, so you can hear us everywhere and never miss a beat. So where is your ad playing? Get your ads played everywhere with the station that is programmed for listeners everywhere with the most variety in TNT. There is a show for everyone, so you are guaranteed to reach your target market. With More FM 104.7, get more sales, get more clients. Book your ads today by calling us 221-4913.
More FM.
A lucky homeowner will win a brand new car. Yes! A brand new Mitsubishi Xpander Cross. Yes, park in your 4-vehicle parking space. Limited availability. Get in a gear with DG Homes' newest gated community, Daniel Estate. The oasis of Cunupia will satisfy your needs for a new lifestyle. Beautifully designed, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, modern interior, sophisticated finishings, with superbly manicured landscaped green spaces, front and backyard included, starting at $1.65 million. Call now and book a viewing. 691-5659. Beautiful home, beautiful car, beautiful life. Home is DG Homes, Daniel Estate, Cunupia.
Hey, you! Yes, you! Need quality printing at affordable prices? Then look no further. At Graphics Source, we've got you covered. Take your project to the next level for all your designs and printing needs. From t-shirt printing to labels, signs, and banners. Look no further. Business stamps, flyers, tickets, and invites, just to name a few. With 2 convenient locations. Eastern Main Road, St. Augustine, opposite Massey's Doors. And Arima Shopping Center, Broadway Street, Arima. Contact us today. 342-2664, 270-0428 or 360-8917. Graphic Source, your #1 source. You name it, we design it and print it.
Gear up for Hitman Howie T's Easter event. Clash of Generations. Sunday, 31st March on the Harbor Master. Morning, 11 p.m. sharp, sailing 12 midnight. Featuring Howie T in concert mode. Wear orange and black. There will be limited $200 tickets for this event. Call 689-2119 for more info. Get ready.
Shiny and Ari Restaurant is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. 67 Western Main Road, St. James, opposite Standards. Serving local breakfast items like sada, fry bake, roast bake, and pies. With all your favorite local fillings. Assorted lunches available from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Get pilau for $25 or get combination lunches from $25 to $40. They also have soup specials as well as crab and dumpling. From 6 p.m. have dinner on the pavement a la carte with burgers, fried nuggets, gyro, and just about anything you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your order. Shiny and Ari, Main Road, St. James, open 7 days a week.
The rainy season is here, so be weather smart and change your tires to handle the nation's wet roads. After all, you don't want to be the one to cause any accidents, do you? So why not check out Racetrack Wheels right now? They're the only one that gives you quality tires to hold the road properly. And to top it off, Racetrack Wheels carries all sizes of tires for all makes of vehicles. They are the sole distributors for Salem and Achilles tires. These tires carry a full manufactured warranty and is the #1 tire for comfort and performance in this rainy weather. We have the latest rims in all sizes sizes, all at drastically low prices. We also do blank wheels that could be drilled to your vehicle specification. It's all about new technology and keeping ahead of the game.
So hurry on down to Racetrack Wheels, 3 locations: 330 Eastern Main Road, Aruca, 82 Bethany Road, Bucco, Tobago, and 64th Southern Main Road, Chase Village. Or call 285-9168.
So my friend, take it from me and be weather smart this season and change your tires right now at Racetrack Wheels.
Put food on your table. ADC is affordable. Shop at ADC Supermarket, Cleaver Road. A very comfortable and clean environment. These prices are unbelievable. Come see for yourself. We have the best alcohol prices. Don't miss out. Get those specials on liquor. Put food on your table with ADC Supermarket, conveniently located at number 4 Cleaver Road in Arima. Every Friday and Saturday is real vibes and live entertainment from your very own DJ Christian on Friday and Saturday. Everyone is talking about ADC Supermarket. Shop in comfort and in a clean environment with the best prices for all your grocery needs. Secured parking. Remember, free delivery. Put food on your table. ADC is affordable. ADC Supermarket, number 4 Cleaver Road in Arima.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Of course, we are back. Time check is just about, let's say, 7:41. And, of course, we continue to take your calls. But, of course, it's only in the ground report you'll have a very creative individuals who are so patriotic and are so concerned about what is happening in Trinidad and Tobago that will find ways and means of course, expressing themselves, one, and of course participating in an exercise such as that of the 18th of next month. Just about the month begins either a day away or 2 days, doesn't matter, but fact is that is the 18th of Monday, the 18th of March. And of course we will be assembling on the Brian Lara opposite Express, and then of course delivering letters to the Minister of Finance and that of the DPP, Gaspard. So we look forward to that. It will be a long, hot year, yes, but the 18th is an addition, is an addendum. It is consistent with that determination by the because that person has WhatsApp, and I thought I asked him to hold on so that he can express what I consider to be a significant development. So I wanted the caller to make his presentation at this time, and let's see if it works. It's the first time I'm trying it, but we have to find ways and means of getting the information across. Good morning, caller. Right.
I would like to ask, the 24th of this month has come and gone. Where did DPP, Mr. Gaspar? Did he went on holiday or he had sick leave? That was to send the documents to the police to get the file to carry out the legal action against the Bola Paria. So we would like to know if it was a miscarriage of justice or if it was an error because he had to go through the file thoroughly, conveniently. So in my book, I will say that it was a way of prolonging and dropping the ball to get justice for the poor man in this country. And once again, that is why the need and the urgency. And we must start by the 18th of March to come out, to drop the letters, to notify the authorities and them who hold office that what is needed to correct and to make our lives a better life and to have justice for us. Uncle, I want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
Phone, but in machine phone, the others will go stronger. Is it eternal? The executive of the UNC supposed to have an election that the membership elect the General Counsel, with the Secretary, the financiers, and all the treasurers and them to run the executive of the headquarters. I wonder, is that not due this year, somewhere in June? Because the current executive of the UNC is not advertising and saying all the nominee, I probably have missed it. But I want to find out, is there any advertisement to any media or the website that this election is being won and for the new executive to be installed? Because these are some of the things we have to get out of the way for a party to be properly prepared for the 2025 general election. This is our bread and butter. And with a proper working machinery and executive, that we could get our speeding and everything get in place. Because if this is not taking place of the executive election, you will have disgruntled members. And I just wonder now that if Mr. Parry is just telling the membership that this is an election should call and let us get, and he's campaigning, and people are twisting it to say that he's against good governance and the constitution of the UNC. Because I heard a caller had spoken about Mr. Parry is doing certain things and getting to understand it. I just ask you a question because I want our party to be united from the top straight down to our local membership. Because if Mr. Parry is looking to put up a slate, he's just campaigning to, in my view, that to get his slate elected. And maybe those who are opposed to him is trying to stifle it to say that he's otherwise. Because the executive, as the constitution of the UNC shows, the executive have the election before the leadership election. So I can see how we could put executive due election and say that they are fighting for leadership. So I want us and anybody in the UNC to call in from the executive and say, if there is an internal election for the executive members, right, that the membership is supposed to vote in and put in place. And it is due this year.
Right.
Unless you like on the 15th, because enough is enough.
Yeah. We are united on the 18th. Yes.
We come out and in solidarity because the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Helen, she said at all times that we must pray more. We come out and have after a vigil and after war. It is to cleanse the areas and to have prayers. So, have a nice day today. And thanks for the call. So, I would like somebody from the executive to tell me if there is an election supposed to be called.
Thank you very much. Certainly, we will follow up on that. Of course, is our earlier before. The first thing in terms of the Committee of Police, of course, we are assembling at Valara, but we are going to deliver a letter to the two institutions I mentioned earlier and to directly to the holders of these offices. I'm talking about the Minister of Finance and the DPP. So let's get it clear. Of course, it is on the 18th, Monday the 18th, and we assemble there from around 10 o'clock, and by 12 o'clock we should be in Woodford Square. All things being equal. I say all things being equal because, of course, ratification has not yet been returned to me. Only yesterday it was delivered in terms of the request for the use of the Woodford Square by the Policemen Corporation. We used it already on one occasion. I see no reason why on this occasion it will be not granted. That being as it may, well, let's go to the lines one time and of course speak with it. That other matter about the internal executive, I thought that would have been settled when of course the last election took place, but it appears that there's something else, so we will find out. Good morning.
Hi, good morning Lennox, and good morning to Mikey, and good morning to Andy. Hope you are getting better. Looking forward to having you back on the program, although Mikey and Lennox, they are doing a very good job. Mikey, not Mikey, Lennox, I listened to the news last night. And this bold-faced J.R. Singh, this Minister of Health, came up with a straight face on national TV to insult the population by telling them, as if people notice, that the people are not eating properly, and when people do not eat properly, it ends up having the Ministry of Health having to take care of them because of the bad diet and all this sort of thing. I want to know if this man is damn fools he just be talking to. Eh? Everybody know people have to have a proper diet to be healthy. He said all the people doing is eating Kentucky, and they eating Domino, and they drinking Coke, and they drinking Pepsi, and that is because of all the among the diseases why people coming in the hospital. But the other thing don't even know. People don't even have money to buy Coke, to buy Kentucky, and to buy all we cereals they buying. The problem why the people come into the hospital is because they're suffering from malnutrition. That is what they're suffering from, the other thing. If your government will take off taxes off of the food prices in the grocery, people will be able to buy proper food, and they will be able to eat properly, and they will be able to be healthy. You understand? So don't blame the pizza and the Kentucky and thing. Blame your government. Blame your government that has put in so much taxes here, there, and everywhere, and the grocery, the prices keep going up day after day after day, and people cannot buy food to nourish their body. Yeah, they probably can eat something to maybe fill the belly. They'll be talking about nourishment. They are saying people do not have money in case they don't know. So stop blaming everybody else and blame yourself and blame your government for the state of people's health because of not eating properly and not having a proper diet. You understand? All you ain't doing, all you ain't admitting to all this and that all you're messing up the place. All you're messing up the place. Another thing I want to talk about. I heard Rodney Charles yesterday, and you know, Lennox, I found it so strange. You know, sometimes you don't have something, you hear something, and you know you're saying, nah, that ain't something right, about taxing the entertainers. From the time I heard that, I know that was not right. And Michelle, he said, you know, something wrong with all of them in this government, you know, something wrong with all they should take Balize House and turn it into some mental institution, you know, because all of them brain damage in one way or the other. He, with the assistance of the dangerous, cantankerous media, stand up and giving a speech that Rodney Charles say that he's going to tax the entertainers and all kind of things. Anything to make people look in a bad light. But you know something, the things that are important, these people do not deal with. Look, Carnival just passed there. We know people in this country, they have no respect and they have no appreciation for who and what they should think. You know, the entertainers, these people are the people that make music for us to sing, for us to dance. When you look in the outer world and they having the Grammy and the this and the that, they have such respect, such appreciation for the people, for the artists, but we don't have any respect for them. I mean, they said have the ones who is paying them and they sing national notation. We ain't talking about them. But when you listen to them, if these soca artists do not make songs, if there's not good music, what the carnival would be like? Even now, if you would look back, they are playing so much old time, all the past music that they are playing now, which is still good because we all enjoy it, right? But instead of these, Michelle and them standing up and talking damn strippiness about Rodney Charles and trying to make confusion, see about the soca artists, why till Carnival gone, we did not have any soca monarch competition. They're not doing anything to build the art form. They're not doing anything to encourage these young people to rise. You understand? Yesterday I heard this man Ali in some conference they have, and they're talking about the guess will and to ban the singers with the bad lyrics and the violence and the thing. That is excellent. That is true because we don't want nobody to come and sing that to incite no riot and no confusion. But what about the ones who are singing something that is to entertain people and make people be able to have music to dance and sing? What are we doing? What are they doing to uplift these people and take our music into not only here in Trinidad but on the international scale, right? They are not doing anything to build things that are good, but but they can come up and say when things are bad, right? So let us get together and be appreciative of the people who really do what they have to do to make the carnival and the music and everything a better place. And this government, all you look in the mirror and see all the cause of the problem, the hardship. You have the National Security Minister. Yesterday I hear saying 7 murders again. 7 murders again. What it is these people in this government doing? Here now, you see, I remember when I was a child in Belmont, Lennox. In the hours of the morning, they used to have something called dog catchers, and they used to come out with the net and catch all them stray dogs. But I wish they could come out with the net and catch all of them ministers on the PNM side. Catch them like they used to catch the dog catchers used to catch them. Take them, put them somewhere, lock them up, so the people in this country will be able to have peace. And people all here take the opportunity. Every day we reminding all here. They say the same thing over and over, but you have to remind people, you have to talk to their people. Just remember to come out on the 18th. People in the districts all over Trinidad mobilize. Whether it's the MPs, let me tell you now, this ain't no time for nobody to be hiding behind no lamppost. This ain't no time for no shooing. This ain't no time I don't want my name to call and I don't want my face to be seen. All you get out brave and bold like true patriots, like true citizens of Trinidad who really want to fix this place. And get, according to the UNC MPs now, yes, get into all your constituency and encourage people, get groups, form something. This is serious. You understand? Form groups, form organization, form whatever it is, and organize, put things in place so that people will come into Port-au-Spain on the 18th and send a message. Enough is enough. We talk enough. It's time for action. And everybody has to take the responsibility to fix something and to send a serious message to this government. You understand? Because we words, and no action. No action. So everybody, don't say John, don't say Harry, and Mary, don't say Jane. Say I. Look in the mirror. I'm going to do it, right? And then it's we to get together and fix this country. People, all year wake up and come out and plenty things. Everything has to fix. And the only way it can fix is by getting rid of this waste of time PNM government, right? When we get rid of all of them and we have good governance, and people decide to work, because I think all you go sit down by the corner and sit down by the block and figure no government coming to fix things, All of we have to get together to work hard to fix this country and have a better place so that all of us can live comfortable. God, all you entire locking up all your door, all you entire closing up all your window, all you don't know. People always figure all things can, this gonna happen, that gonna happen. All you can't think that things can get better. It can get better. Stop being afraid. God help those who help themselves. Stand up and fight, and we will win. Blessings, Lennox. And God bless the Ground Report, and God bless all the wonderful callers, because there are people in this country who really want a better country. And all here, yes, we have to pray because we need God in everything. Let us pray, and let us work hard, and let us put some action into our words so that everything will be successful. Blessings, people.
Yes, indeed. Well said, as per usual. Topic raised. Magnificent, of course. It appears that serendipity. Yesterday we were talking about individual responsibility, institutional, as well as other elements in the society, stakeholders in general. And of course, that was echoed by the political leader of the UNC last night at the Monday night forum. And I think that was so amazing and of course appropriate and of course right in sync with what we are saying. Every single person cannot rely on anybody else but themselves to of course treat with the common enemy. The common enemy is this government. We have a democracy, we have a process, we have laws and rules and regulations that we would adhere to as best we can. They would try of course to frustrate it, but in spite of that, one man, one vote ultimately, and therefore you must determine whether or not you will be part and parcel of the transformation, the change, and the reduction or relegating to the dustbin that evil that has of course perpetrated in respective spaces in the nation, in the national context, and to of course get rid ultimately, because evil cannot prevail over good. The PNM is evil, and therefore the political leader of the UNC was correct, and is correct when she said that we have collectively and individually the responsibility, and no one should be looking at the other. I think it sends a message to those persons who are believing that it is the UNC must be solely responsible for what we rightfully can also do in order to make sure that the change that is required, that is necessary, that is imperative, manifests itself whenever the elections are called. Let's go to the lines. We continue, of course, to take your calls. Thought I should, make a comment after that splendid presentation by Ms. Woodbrook. Good morning. We continue, of course, to take your calls. Don't forget for the new callers, 229-0251, 229-0251. The other number, 239-5120, 239-5120. WhatsApp. Let's go to the line. Good morning.
Chinese and Ari Restaurant is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. 67 Western Main Road, St. James, opposite Standards. Serving local breakfast items like sada, fry bake, roast bake, and pies. With all your favorite local fillings. Assorted lunches available from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Get pilau for $25 or get combination lunches from $25 to $40. They also have soup specials as well as crab and dumpling. From 6 p.m. have dinner on the pavement a la carte with burgers, fry nuggets, gyro, and just about anything you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your order. Shiny and Ari, Main Road, St. James, open 7 days a week.
David Guide and Son Funeral Services, with locations in High Street, Siparia, Port of Spain, Couva, San Fernando, and Point Fortin. David Guide and Son Funeral Services is the choice for you. Having to lose someone you love is already hard, so funeral services and arrangements should be made easy. And at David Guide and Son, that is what we guarantee. We guarantee our customers exclusive services at affordable prices. Our services include funeral pre-arrangement packages, casket customization, great customer service, the latest in body preparation technology, and the best fleet of vehicles to give your loved ones the send-off they deserve. With 5 convenient locations located nationwide, feel free to call or visit us today. With full packages starting from as low as $7,500, call David Guide and Son Funeral Services today. Distinctive, not expensive.
More FM 104.7.
For over 100 years, radio has been the most accessible and it's still the most listened to medium everywhere. More FM 104.7 is programmed for just that, so you can hear us everywhere and never miss a beat. So where is your ad playing? Get your ads played everywhere with the station that is programmed for listeners everywhere with the most variety in TNT. There is a show for everyone, so you are guaranteed to reach your target market. With More FM 104.7, get more sales, get more clients. Book your ads today by calling us 221-4913.
More FM.
Looking for top quality and affordable hardware supplies? Then look no further than Midland Hardware, number 97 Eastern Main Road, Arouca. We stock a wide range of tools, water tanks, blocks, lumber, steel, and everything you need for your home and business project. Check out our new display of steel windows and assorted designs of metal curtain rods. Midland also stockpiles sand, gravel, topsoil, and more. We have a variety of kitchen faucets, face basins, and toilet sets, bathroom mat sets, all garden tools, hand tools, generators, power washers, and water pumps. Customers can make payments via links, credit card, online payment, and cash on delivery. WhatsApp 327-7761 for free quotations, or give us a call at 646-2144. Open every day, Sunday to Sunday from 8 a.m. From foundation to finish, it's all at Midland.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
You gotta catch this deal while it's here. Get hooked on KFC's fish fillets. This year credits catch a taste so good. You like it, yeah, I know you would. Delicious taste and great value. If it's fish you want, KFC's got it for you.
Drop your anchor at KFC this Lent and choose from delicious offers starting at $45. Catch them all at KFC.
Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Yes, indeed. Of course, time check. We are back. Time check is just about 6 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. Yes, we are moving inexorably, of course, to the 18th. And notice that I'm not talking about the 9 o'clock, should I say, cutting off hour. I'm talking about the 18th of March, when, of course, we will be assembling opposite the Express House on the Banara Promenade, where we thereafter will deliver letters to the Minister of Finance and that of the DPP, Gaspard, expressing our deep concern. And then, of course, we assembled about 12 o'clock at the Woodford Square. As I said, all things have been equal. So that being as it may, of course, we open up the lines. I want to thank the caller. And it appears that another one was trying to call to see if they could benefit from the improvisation that the caller just after the break was able to initiate. I thought that was very, very, very creative. And of course, very sagacious on the part of persons. You get me at my number, and then of course I would be able. I trust that everybody heard what the caller had to say when we had the break before this one, as to his concerns. And I continue to say that Kamala Persad-Bissessar is on the ball. Whether there is an election to be held, my understanding is I am yet to confirm that there was an election only recently in preparation for the next elections, and I assume that the executive would have been in place for that purpose. That is my understanding. I could be wrong, but I know that I got the impression that things were, should I say, forwarded and done in such a way so as to prepare for the 2025 elections. Again, I am subject to correction, but that is my understanding of it. So the question of campaigning for or instituting or installing an executive in such a short space of time, I think may be misplaced. But again, I don't want it to be held solidly responsible. But that is my understanding. And that being as it may, of course, we go back to the lines. President, good morning once again to all and sundry. The numbers to call, 229-0251, 229-0251, 239-5120, 239-5120. And, of course, WhatsApp, just send a message to us and we will play it during the course of the program, 366-3053. 366-3053. Of course, persons trying to get us in studio on WhatsApp will not be able so to do. And as I said, I love the creativity of that caller. He insisted that he got his piece of the pie, so to speak. So that being as it may, of course, the lines are open. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Mikey,
yes,
Andy, Newbie, and to everybody out there. I want to say congratulations to Miss Woodbrook. That is what a contribution is all about.
You hold your audience from the beginning to the end. You don't stray. You don't keep asking, you're listening, hearing, or whatever. You understand? You read it? No. You understand? And you don't repeat yourself. Well done, Woodbrook. And I must say, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. They're just coming and telling people, look, you have to eat this, you have to eat that, you have to... But are they providing anything for us? They are not doing so. Lennox, we did not even get an increase. Pensioners did not even get an increase on their pension. NIS people got nothing. And it's as though we will never get anything again. Even people with disabilities, they did not get anything. For the last 9 years, they have ignored everybody. Everybody they have ignored. So how are we supposed to eat healthy? But I'm waiting. I'm patiently waiting to hear what is Prestige Holdings going to say about what the Alsing had to say. But you see, I want to tell the Alsing, it's not everybody fortunate, right, to go and do bariatric surgery, right, to get that tummy down, to get that weight down or whatever. Right, Lennox?
Yes.
We are not fortunate, you understand? We are not fortunate.
I understand that he's a diabetic patient as well.
Right, you understand? So right. And the thing is, that's exactly it. Then you are not eating healthy either, sir. You see what happened to them? They just like to run them out. They just talk for talking's sake, right? They just like to talk. And I also want to say congratulations to Silver Fox. I was so glad to hear Silver Fox responded yesterday. I didn't get a chance to call him or anything, but I want to tell him this morning openly, well said. But you know, sometimes, Silver Fox, we have to call out these racists on them. Because some of the comments that was made, it is no different to what Hilton Sandy said about the Calcutta ship. Because just as how Hilton Sandy felt about us, and we're going to come up there, it's the same way Tobagonians felt when those remarks were made against them yesterday. Why it is that, just like when somebody said it was good for them with the oil spill, why it is we are supposed to be Trinidad and Tobago? Because if you go away, you can't tell the people, look, I'm from Trinidad. No, you have to say Trinidad and Tobago. Right? And who don't want to agree with me? I'm not asking everybody. Let us make it quite clear. I am not asking any and everybody to agree with what I say. There are people not going to like me, and I don't care. I'm not a Dale Carnegie person. Right? And who don't know who's Dale Carnegie, go Google it. Who don't like what I say, that's all your business. Whichever dry-foot Cinderella want him to wear, you should go right ahead. But I come here with facts. I don't come here straying all over the place. And I don't know if my voice note was played yesterday because I'm not seeing it, but I just want to repeat what I said yesterday, right? I stand strongly with Kamla Prasad Bisesa. And last night she was amazing. She let any and everybody have it, and I'm going to say it again. Whichever dry-foot Cinderella want to wear the shoe, or they go right ahead and wear it. She let everybody across the board know what it is going on. I support her. And again, I'm going to say it. Whoever supported Rushton Parry, I have no problem with that. It's a democracy. But don't tell me you all are going to stink up this lady to get him into for the leadership of the party. Don't tell me that, because she has been a good person to this country. As a prime minister and even as opposition leader, she's trying her best. And as she always say, the opposition can have their say, but the government will have their way. We can't take that away from her, right? And to all those people who want to come out there and want to condemn her and criticize her, internal elections are not due until next year. And if an election is called next year, there will be no internal elections. So instead of all only get it together and build back the party, get us back into government, stop backbiting the lady. Stop listening to the Mahasabha. The Mahasabha don't pay all your bills for all year. They don't. So all you have a choice. Either all you want Kamala back there, or all you don't want her back there. But in my opinion, not wanting her back there is going against all all the policy, the patient's external care, dialysis, the cataract surgery, all these things that she brought out there for the people. We will be going against that. And you know what, Lennox? I am not going against that. I saw all the good that she did, and I am going to preach about all the good that she did and try to get her back into office. That's the most that we can do. And we have to be united to do something like that. Lennox, thanks a lot for listening to my 2 cents. You take care and you have a great day.
Same to you. Well, of course, you did clear up issue that whether or not an election is pending. And I got the impression that with the urgency, it might have been this year, but you said next year. I'm not familiar with that aspect of the constitution of the party, but I know there was some talk about having early political leader, and of course leadership elections on the last occasion in preparation for the eventuality of an elections. So there's still some gray areas that I would want to still clear up as to whether or not it is constitutionally or unconstitutionally or non-constitutionally due, and it is a matter of putting your house in order, having regard to what inevitably must be an elections next year. Of course, that doesn't take away the long, hot 12 months of 2024, and of course on the 18th of next month, I'm talking about Monday the 18th of March, we assemble, and we have, of course, the Port of Spain hot, and we will, of course, express our disapproval, disapprobation, and, of course, identifying the iniquities of mismanagement, incompetence, impotence, cronyism, and, of course, nepotism, as well as misbehavior in public office, corruption, and abuse of office. I mean, all of those can be ascribed to this administration, the Rowley administration, for the rambunctious and a very, what I consider to be undemocratic stance and the mismanagement of our economy, and we can go on and on. We continue to take your calls, of course. The numbers to call 229-0251, 229-0251, 239-5120, 239-5120, and of course, WhatsApp us. But of course, only a message at 366-3053, 366-3053. And maybe if people know my number, maybe you could call me and I will be able to do some improvisation as we did on one occasion after one of the breaks. So the lines are open, and we want to take your calls. We need to take your calls, and don't forget, of course, we will develop an access phrase. You know, Mikey is the man who creates these things. Very, very creative-minded individual indeed, as far as these matters are concerned. And I'm sure that he would have gotten the advice and support from Andy, working in, of course, in spite of the circumstance. Whenever there is a need to, he will call me from time to time. So I want to tell you that he is there. But of course, please, when you contact him, give him a commitment beyond, of course, just verbal gestures and well-wishing. Manifestation of material things goes a long way as well, because let's face it, that is the world we live in. So we go back to the lines. Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, good morning to Lennox. This is the ground report.
Yes, it is. Yes, you are on the ground report.
Moment out your voice, Lennox. Good morning, Lennox, Mikey, Andy, Newbie, and the ground report family. Lennox, let me congratulate you. I'll follow Mr. Anakus by congratulating Mr. Tobago yesterday, the Silver Fox, by the way he handled the situation. He came with a solution. He didn't create another problem. He didn't try to fight. He talked and he speak eloquently. So, Mr. Silver Fox, go to the head of the crowd. Lennox?
Yes.
I remember Mr. Farrakhan, Reverend Farrakhan, some years ago asked for a $1 million man march in America, and he got the million with change, and plenty change too. I'm asking Trinidad and Tobago this morning. Listen, we have 300, almost 400 people who vote against the PM. 400,000 people. We're asking for 25,000 of these people to us, I would be, to come out and support this this initiative. So we are asking for a 25,000 man march. Let us come out there and show the government that we are dissatisfied. Because in Santa Cruz saying this morning, no raising our pension, no raising anything, and this convent girl will come on the TV and talk one bag of rubbish, a mile of rubbish about what you're eating and what you're eating. I only hope these people sue him. I only hope Coca-Cola, because what nonsense you're talking, where is the solution to the problem that I must buy what I can afford? Come on, man. Listen, people, let me see 25,000 people plus outside here on Thursday the 18th. And I have a special reason for being there, because the last time it had something March 18th, I was a recruit in the police service and I was on the wrong side and misguided. I was misguided. As a result, I want to correct that wrong. I had wrong people in that time. People were marching for the reason, and they just send me there like bad dog to beat people. And I want that to done. I want to make amends for my wrongdoing then. Well, I think I've said my piece. Let me get somebody else a chance.
Very much. Fantastic, my friend. And of course, you know, when you were speaking there, I got a glimpse of the article during the break. And I mean, it seems as though these fellas, talk about the ministers, and they, of course, they are saying notwithstanding, seem to be in a perpetual state of intellectual, cognitive, and cerebral decline. Because I would want to find out one time, well, if that is the case, why are you taking, of course, corporation tax from these people? Are they not paying their corporation tax, and that is why they have a business? The choice is up to the people. How do you, of course, reconcile the fact that you have to provide health services as the government, and at the same time you have to get taxes in order to provide it, and yet still you are asking these people to close up shop? And what about the employees and so on, and persons who depend on the little kakada, so to speak, coming out from these establishments? It is a shambolic situation. I think these fellas do not think well, and they do not rationalize well. Common sense really is uncommon among the PNM and, of course, the Rowley assembled government or cabinet. Good morning. We go back to the lines, of course. We continue to take your calls. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
I have one little issue. They are all talking deal, saying, telling you to buy this and buy this, and no money. Just imagine they raise with pension a little bit for us, but where we get any money? Look, I waiting for cataract surgery so long, and I can't get it.
Well, what he wants to do, he wants to blame you eating too much of those foods and get cataract, so that the government must not spend what they have been, of course, voted into office to do. I just don't understand these fellas.
He have his money so he could go and buy, right? But we as pension and not a dollar they even put NIS and all these things. Nah, man. Then they have nothing to study. This PNM government must go.
He could stay from that pulpit and engage in, of course, in self-righteous indignation. And he himself, I understand, is a patient of a diabetic patient. So that's how it is. Very good. Yes. Thank you very much, ma'am, for that intervention.
Okay,
you have expressed similar to that of what Ms. Santa Cruz raised.
Yeah.
Good morning. Morning. We continue, of course, to take your calls. Don't forget, the 18th, yes, Monday the 18th of next month, we will paint town in the way that we know to paint town. A hot 12 months. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Lennox.
Yes, good morning.
God bless you guys, you know. You know why? Because you are blessed people. If not for you all, where would we be? Where would we really be? You know, there wouldn't be another word from the Shylocks. You understand? And watch me. I pray for you guys every day, right? And I pray that Andy will be well. I will see what I could do in my pension there. And I love you guys. I love you guys very much. And what you all are doing, it takes courage. It takes a lot of energy and time, your family time, and all kind of things, right? God bless you all. Have a nice day, right?
Thank you very much. I'm sure Andy has will take note and be encouraged. Good morning.
Good morning, Lennox, Mikey K, Andy. Hope you're feeling a lot better. On the 18th, in that demonstration, it should be just more than dropping off letters, you know, Lennox. We need to walk the streets of Port of Spain. We need to work for Akil. That little boy is Akil Chambers. We need to work for them little boys and them who get shot in front of Republic Bank. We need to walk and demonstrate for the 4 in the pipeline, all the missing persons, and the list could go on and on. This is a government, Lennox Smith, that eats these people like the CPEP and the URP workers. You know, they're still going to stick up in space here. I talk about Fisher Line, the Minister of National Security. The most unperformed MP ever passed through Trinidad and Tobago, together with Rowley. But me, I'm no doctor for all you. Lennox Smith, we have so much to come out for. And I want these opposition MPs just how they mobilize our meeting and mobilize all kind of other things. They need to help us here and they go report and mobilize the troops too. We need to be a million strong. We just because I ain't saying after this one, if all they go see and listen in the next one. But I think they should be the one to send a message throughout the world. Because there's too much boil and that's why. And we just go by and we saying, the UNC never come out. But if I'm Kamala, go straight back. How the mobility troops here, you know. Because we don't want to be seeing this one set of faces right through. So when, from now on, when I open up anything to hear the ground report and the people listening, we want to hear about this demonstration on the 18th. People need to spread the news. Enough is enough, Lennox Smith. And I call on all MPs of the opposition. And some of the MPs in the PNM too, like what the PNM doing to all them mobilize the people to come out on the 18th. Everybody needs to be out. Lennox Smith, I look on and listen.
Yeah, yes, I observe that people are making their own promo, etc., for the occasion, which is a good sign. You're quite right, my friend. All and sundry, and of course, Rodney Charles did tell us yesterday that he will be doing his own mobilization as well in his own. So everybody is doing the thing. Good morning.
And good morning to you, Lennox. And Andy, good morning. Andy Williams. The Almighty God give strength, my friend. You know, I never know, I never believed that this man will recognize my friend. You know, I went up in Sani Grande by my in-laws. And you know, people talking about Andy Williams, right you? You know, because I belong to Central. Right you, they know if I know Andy Williams, but talking about that gentleman. And they cannot wait for that person to come and represent them. So I hope to Almighty God that give me health and strength to come out. Mighty K and everybody, good morning. Lennox, that match is very important. Lennox, the opposition MP and the leader of the opposition need to call out our troops and tell them to come out and all. To come out and all. She needs to call them out. Right? And in the end of the day, we must do it. We have to do it. And if we don't do it, well then God help us. According to Jack Warner. In the end of the day, my friend, people in this country, all they wake up, because this administration, if you already notice, as I told you before, nothing working and everything going down the drain. You understand? Thank you, my friend.
Yes, indeed, except for the institutionalization of corruption. As I said, Noel Garcia is the epitome and symbolization of that dastard and evil, pernicious imposition on Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning.
Morning, Lennox. 18th of March, Woodford Square,
Yes, man.
you'll be there. I want to ask you a question. The question is, when Rowley partner had problem with oil racket in Petrotrin, Rowley closed it down. According to somebody, the partner in Tobago have problem with oil in the sea. I wonder if you close down the Atlantic Ocean. Thank you.
You could bet your bottom dollar if he could, he would. Good morning.
Then I don't call back.
Yes.
Because, you know, CPEP workers and all the listening, they say Anderson since Friday. Since Friday, CPEP, they pay the CPEP workers. We just work so hard. Yesterday, some of them borrow money again because they borrow Friday to go in the bank. You know. But now they're living day by day, paycheck to pay to the next one. Single mothers had to be lined up on the promenade. Who in between and telling Anderson looking for a man me because CPEP pay. Yeah. And in my song shop them, in my song shop it to some who have it already made and done. So they borrow money yesterday again to go to the bank. They're not no salary for the yeah. You let type in the get nothing for them. So they might as well go to the yeah.
When I finish those stay, I want to ask you something. But go ahead if you finish.
So they might borrow money again to go to see they get paid today. Eh? Why them who doesn't want to stick up in space on the party bus street? Why did they go through that way? Eh? Because not already shall already. I say we need to politically get rid of these fellas, you know. Let us ask anything.
Yes. Well, I want to ask if you are familiar with, of course, groups going to meet. Hines having organized, because he did that on George Street as soon as he heard that the ground reporters coming to George Street with their office. He mobilized those guys who we have been talking to and took them to a meeting, I think it's on Monday, with CPEP, URP, in attendance, officials, of course, attendance would also be HCC and so on. So I'm asking you if that is happening that has happened in your area as well, in an attempt, of course, to try to appease and to hoodwink and deceive, because we know that is the intention. But I'm asking you if you have had or witnessed that experience.
No, not in our area at all. I haven't heard anyone spoke about that or mention that anyway.
Yeah.
But he's not someone to be trusted in.
Of course, they know that. The fellas know that. They told me that. Yeah.
He will, anytime before our election, he will be leaving between like 2:30, minutes of 4 in the AM, sneaking out of some dark hole by some young girls. I don't know we just had to tell them wrong election. But they could find Fisher Lines, like the Minister of National Security presently for Trinidad and Tobago, before any election. Yeah, it'll be by them jails and them up in the back by me.
Yeah, they certainly make a presence and I believe come with the MP hands or come with promises and believe that will suffice.
And some of them get through the promise, some of them get through the promise because they have one she son end up working Ministry of Works. Yeah. But
so whether it's token, the token thing, token, they generate a token and make the masses believe that could be them as well, but at the end of the day, they get what they want in terms of
that young lady she put on some tight thing, some tight clothes and short piece of thing, so she gets you by hands.
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you. All right, my friend.
So,
this
other thing too, Leonard. This other thing too.
Go ahead.
The money, the 100 million, yeah, anything about the 100 million?
Well, I suppose I don't know if that is connected because
I say get them 92.
But they carry them fellas to CPEP and URP officials and so on. It tells me that they either going and channel the money through there, or because they talk about the army, or they're trying to mama guide the youths and them again, hoodwink them to believe that there's something happening.
If it's four divers was murdered in them pipe on them.
Yeah.
Because of negligence from the company. Right? And all of 100 million. But I say get them 92 or get them 84. Yeah, get the army or the major army, whoever you say was gaining money, right? Get them 84. So each driver can get 4 million each, or the family can get 4 million each. And start
because the army doesnn't have any infrastructure to deliver anything in these communities.
I don't know. Everything is 100 million now. Yeah, but the oil, more cocaine and oil you see in Tobago floating. Yeah, more cocaine you see in floating than oil, you know. Yeah, for 100 million to do that. Everything before election, what a coincidence. What a coincidence is 100 million just so. And we just lay back and taking that. We just taking. You know, next thing we taking to Lennox? You know, next thing we taking this and that done Sunday beat them here? This is illiterate, enumerate people in Lavantil and in Picton and Junction and all the listening. Right? I'm not saying that there are doctors, there are about 2-3 doctors that really beat them. But talk about the one who does run and say they pay them till they're dead. You know them smelling that sewer water. And the canal fell with only sewer. With only sewer, Lennox. But you know what? If the Indian was in power, I don't know why Indian to them. You see the Indian was in power? But you would have seen them highway. You would have seen the bus shoot. But waiting on them. And the same waiting on all there. And I know the only police who listening. Whenever I see any protest or anything, don't come by my place. For me protesting in Beatam. And for Beatam and Lavantil. When I want to see me in a protest, look out for me on the 18th. On the 18th. Like me helping these poor people protest on it. Them smelling that sewer water. And because some of them are paying them to taking it. And no regard to the children. So who will feel sorry for the children and go and protest? Me going and protest with all the Beatam people, you know. And I know some all the radio on. But the sewer water in higher by some all there and lower down. So those lower down will take it. And probably with those higher Beatam, probably they will not take it. I don't know what really going on in Lavantil. Or let's throw water and I say go back and vote for him. But I tell you, if I was one of them who was throwing water in your hands, my name is Anderson Kenman Wilson. I went up to no water on you. I would have drunk you. They're not, I look on and listening.
Yes, it is. Of course, suckers for punishment and vulnerable to unvanished lies. Unvanished lies, Unvanished lies. Yes, indeed. And of course, as I said about Garcia, I want to tell you that I take full responsibility, nothing to do with the station, Andy Mikey, the program, or indeed the radio station. They warn me. If I am speaking that, I'm on my own. So I'm saying that that Garcia is an unadulterated, corrupt individual who, of course, ought not to be in public office and is clearly a bad man for Dr. Rowley, having regard to the fact that he's head of UDICAT, and UDICAT is under the auspices of the Prime Minister's office, and of course he's also head of the HDC. So, and I say so categorically without fear of contradiction, as I have done about Dr. Rowley in one incarnation, but I can only now say it on my own program every night. I said it last night on the corridor transformation from 8 o'clock every night, except on a Friday night when, of course, I have to, refresh my commitment. That be as it may, let's go for the break. And when we come back, more on this edition of the Ground Report.
Are you stressed and worried by problems? Then meet Priest Santosh Ji. Priest is specialized in palm, face, photo, date of birth reading, and gives solutions to problems in marriage, relationship, love, business, job, health, and removes all black magic, negativity, bad luck permanently, and gives good luck and lifelong protection. Then call Priest Santoshji 384-3844. That's 384-3844.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life, because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
Hey, you! Yes, you! Need quality printing at affordable prices? Then look no further. At Graphic Source, we've got you covered. Take your project to the next level for all your designs and printing needs. From t-shirt printing to labels, signs, and banners. Look no further. Business stamps, flyers, tickets, and invites, just to name a few. With 2 convenient locations. Eastern Main Road, St. Augustine, opposite Massey Stores. And Arima Shopping Center, Broadway Street, Arima. Contact us today. 342-2664, 270-0428 or 360-8917. Graphic Source, your #1 source. You name it, we design it and print it.
Gear up for Hitman Howie T's Easter event. Clash of Generations. Sunday, 31st March on the Harbor Master. Morning, 11 p.m. sharp, sailing 12 midnight. Featuring Howie T in concert mode. Wear orange and black. There will be limited $200 tickets for this event. Call 689-2119 for more info. Get ready.
A lucky homeowner will win a brand new car. Yes! A brand new Mitsubishi Expander Cross. Yes, park in your 4-vehicle parking space. Limited availability. Get in a gear with DG Homes' newest gated community, Daniel Estate. The oasis of Cunupia will satisfy your needs for a new lifestyle. Beautifully designed, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, modern interior, sophisticated finishings, with superbly manicured landscaped green spaces, front and backyard included, starting at $1.65 million. Call now and book a viewing. 691-5659. Beautiful home, beautiful car, beautiful life. Home is DG Homes, Daniel Estate, Cunupia.
Folks, you back?
Yes, indeed. We are back. Time check is just about just about 17 minutes to the hour of 9 o'clock. So the time is fast spent. Sounding like as if to me it's just 6 o'clock when we began this morning. But of course, don't forget the 18th of next month. We're talking about Monday the 18th, and of course, as I said, there are those who are saying marches and so on. Well, of course, I want to say that within the rules, of course, we can assemble in public places. That is our democratic right. But if we have to march as such, then of course we need permission from the Commissioner of Police, and of course the PA system and all of that we have to put in place in terms of mechanisms. But we will assemble at, in this case, in Woodford Square. Somebody's trying to get to me here. Let me find out if that person. All right, let me see if I can take this call from here. President, good morning. President, good morning. Yes, I'm on the radio. I thought you were making a contribution. Oh, all right. No. All right. Okay then. Thank you very much. Yeah. But if you want to make a contribution, maybe you could call through here. Somebody improvised this morning. They had to get through and they did it through this mechanism. Of course, that's a call that is not. That's the number that is not on the system. So the numbers to call us at as we wind down, of course, this morning, 229-0251. If you're a new caller, 229. You want to make you want to make a contribution?
Not a contribution. Actually, I have some voice notes here that needs to be played. That was sent from Andy for me. So I need to give that to you.
All right. Okay. We'll discuss that afterwards.
No problem.
Let me finish off the program. All right. So 229-0251, 229-0251. You see, every time the technology gives us an opportunity to improvise and to make us more efficacious and to achieve the objective. 239-5120, 239-5120, and of course WhatsApp. I don't know if newbie wants to play the WhatsApp, but of course let's go to the lines. President, good morning.
Good morning, you guys.
Good morning.
Calling from the barracks.
Go ahead.
I just asked.
Talk a little louder, please. Again, a little challenge here.
Yeah. I just asked myself over, how much more people in this country have to take the insults by these men and them who hold office and are so disattached from reality that is really taking place in this country. Now, I listened to Dialson talk. He said that nonsense yesterday, and that thing went straight into my soul. That I feel if he was anywhere close, I might have reacted in a way that I might have been wholly responsible for doing something that I wouldn't was unlawful also. This man don't realize that 60% of this population is trying to survive in Trinidad and Tobago. They are not thriving; they are surviving. If you don't have an income of over $12,000 to $15,000 in this country, you cannot survive. This healthy eating nonsense where he talking about. Does he know that broccoli is $35 a pound? Does he know tomatoes is $15 to $20 a pound right now in the markets and supermarkets and all this kind of thing? People in this country are surviving barely on just getting a meal on the table. You talking about eating healthy and what they're supposed to buy and drink and all these kind of thing. These men them cannot survive on $30,000 and $40,000. But they're telling the population here what? We're responsible for the lifestyle that we live in. Where they are the ones who creating the lifestyle that we are living. You cannot go in the grocery with $1,000 and come and pick up things that is healthy and put it on your table. Let me say you have a family of 4 or 5. You feel you could go and buy healthy food and bring it to feed your children for the rest of the week? You ought to be some magician to take flour and to turn it into some kind of healthy food. We are living on a staple in this country right now. It is rice, flour, and provision. If every household in this country don't have that 3 staple to feed their children or their family, you're going to starve to death. You'll suffer from malnutrition. And how much? Look, about a year ago, a liter of moo milk was $9. You know how much is it now? $16. Everything there just keep going up, and they're not talking about trying to keep prices down and trying to ensure that how the population could feed themselves. All this studying is about is to blame you after and talk down at you and embarrass you and humiliate you. And that is the kind of leadership we accept in this country. There are thousands of children right now get up this morning and just have whatever they are prepared to eat, and they have to accept it. They can get up and say, hey, hear what, I'm going to drink a hot cup of Milo tea or Ovaltine tea. Whatever the parents put in that cup, they had to drink it and accept it. That is where we are today in this country. That is after 9 years of Rowley and them. All the VAT and the high import prices they're putting on food, which, do you know how much it costs for a salad? A simple salad with some tomatoes and cucumber and lettuce and a little nuts or some kind of thing, and that is about $70, you know, for a little bowl when you go over one of them places, you know. Look, I do invite people who health conscious by me, you know, because when I had to prepare a menu for them, and you had to get grilled this and this, no fat, that, and all kind of thing, that's about better than I give them $1,000 and let them go in some restaurant and eat. I can't provide that for them. Somebody come by me, I boil some rice and cook a stew chicken or a duck or some kind of thing, and they eat that and they had to accept it. So this dotishness where they are coming and talking down to people and telling them, hey, hear what? All you had to learn to live healthy lifestyle. All you can sit down on the couch. All you can think. Hardly a family in this home cannot live without going by a doubles man or a pie man and thing every morning. Because that's what they could afford. That is how much we're struggling to survive and live in this country. So people have to understand this thing and start to say, hey, hear what? I listen to you, yes, my health is in my control. But when you say I am put in survival mode, that when I get up I have to survive rather than thrive, then I am not the problem. You have created that problem for me, and the only way to get rid of that problem and to give me my health and my survival back is to get rid of you. Gentlemen, on the 18th, I would be there. Have a good morning. Take care.
Yes, indeed, and all of Trinidad and Tobago is expected there on the 18th. Of course, he did castigate every single major fast food outlet in the country, including. But I saw that he didn't. Good morning. Let's go to the lines. Good morning.
Hello, Lennox.
Yes, good morning.
Morning to you and the rest of the crew. Watch me. I telling everybody, don't listen to the old singer. He like a call right now, truly cut. When he now come out, he attack doubles, chickpeas with his chana, the best peas in the world, curry, the best spice in the world. This is a crackpot. And don't forget, he owned the hospitals, you know. The man said the hospitals is he owned. I went to a doctor Sunday morning because my regular doctor don't open on Sunday. Right? And this man put me on a diet when I show my doctor. He said, tell he, you reach 76 years, I end up for 77, and throw me that diet, eating what you have custom eating. I want to go back and tell the doctor what my doctor tell me. Says he felt like Gelsin. He's a pharmacist. He's not even a good one. And he telling you why healthcare one healthy. When that man attack doubles, I know he's an idiot by Lennox. But I mean, the hospital belong to here. So he talking on behalf of the hospital. He's the owner of the hospitals. My hospitals and all this thing.
That's how delusionary. That's how delusionary these fellas are. And how, I should say, the mental malady that manifests itself from time to time in public.
My hospitals. That man, but look, Lennox, it's a good thing you are wrong still, eh? And my kid, the rest also. To tell these fellas like it is. They are saying, look at that attract attention because I think they're going to kick you out, you know. They're going to put you up for no election in St. Joseph again because he can't be telling Roberts. Let me go for now because I already want to say here this morning. You got to play the, what do you call it? The disclaimer.
The disclaimer?
Yeah.
I hear you, my friend. I hear you. Except to add, of course, that he on this occasion attacked all of the fast food.
Everybody.
All of them. Including of the fast food drinks.
Just sit to themselves. Another brayer coming on the radio and coming and talking. One of them, look, and the locks are gone.
Yes. Okay then, my friend. Of course, we are now, of course, 6 minutes away from 9 o'clock, and of course, coming up next with the next important program that we implore you to stay and, of course, have a look-see, because, of course, this is a united effort, and of course, the platforms within, of course, the context of 104.7. And I suspect coming up next will be Sense and Sensibility, and you will get your full encouragement, motivation, and of course some additional details as far as the 18th is concerned. We continue also to do our duty. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Rahul is not a doctor. He's a doctor of anything, of geology, but he's a doctor of corruption. He should done there already.
Yeah, well, somebody who prayed for him to go that route. And somebody, boy, oh boy. I mean, that is what you attract when you are evil, I suppose. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Lennox. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Yes.
Calling to talk about D.R. Singh. Mr. D.R. Singh, he's making a mess of everything. He don't lick up sugar. He's telling you don't use sugar. We had good brown sugar here. What they do? They close down the factory to bring things where they don't bleach out. He's killing out the people. They go when they bleach out the sugar. We had cooking oil factory down there. He said don't use that, they importing good oil. So they're licking me up to make somebody else rich. So when he come in to talk about don't eat this and don't eat that, it's only stupid people going to worry with him. It's only stupid people because he eating everything. You tell me fact? He has eating everything he has to say he eating. But he telling you not to eat this, not to eat that. We can't get nothing but to eat because it's the God that they close down. Just imagine cane making sugar. Now they're telling you to drink man milk. Cow's milk, you can't even use that again because cows must eat grass. They're sending food from away from, and they lick up the whole country, man. Again.
Thank you. Well, like lamb to the slaughter, of course, the buffoonery that we expect just manifests itself because you're looking for taxes from these very, should I say, those fast food outlets that you are castigating. You're looking for it. You're still encouraging them to employ people. And you have not, of course, increased the wages of public servants at minimum. The minimum wage has not been significantly increased, so much so that they have found ways and means of paying them the same as if there was no increase in minimum wage by, of course, telling them they either their lunchtime is not considered to be hour, they're not working on that time. If not, they are telling people to, of course, come to work a little later and so on in order to avoid, of course, paying the obvious increases. So you have all of that. And it demonstrates a level of disconnect, a level of what I consider to be a total obtuseness in terms of not being able to identify. But he will, of course, like as I said, lamb to the slaughter. We expect them to talk stupidness. We expect them to talk nonsense. We expect them to act as though they are inane. We expect them to be in a state of disillusionment and illusionment. And at the same time, they believe that they can stay there and continue with that hogwash, total cacophonous babblings and ambulatory verbalizations that has no connection to the people. And in reality, these fellas are total phantoms and ought to be dismissed. So the 18th must be a day when we send a clear and unambiguous statement. We send that statement to all of them that we have reached the zenith, the apex of our tolerance with this level of shenanigans and, of course, mismanagement and total hogwash and puerile and infantile utterances that clearly these people should be sent back to the kindergarten from whence they came. All of them, the entire cabinet, including, of course, these guys from time to time when they get the opportunity to open up their mouth. They talk total hogwash diatribe and things that are not consistent with the reality of Trinidad and Tobago, which they create, which they have created. People, of course, it is just about a minute we have again, but before the hour of 9 o'clock, of course, coming up next. I don't know what is happening. Newbie, if you can give me an indication as to what is happening there, because we have reached the hour of 9 o'clock. now, and we have to, of course, make our departure. Mikey did not join us this morning, but of course, I always know that it's due to circumstances beyond any one of us control. While we are not here, we always prefer to be with you and to share with you. But once again, don't forget, we cannot overemphasize the imperative to, of course, be there on the 18th of next month, Monday the 18th, because you have a mission to help save Trinidad and Tobago from a marauding bunch of opportunistic political parasites who have lost their way through arrogance, contempt. We have a call? Well, if we have a call, we'll take that final call.
No, another caller, I think.
Good morning.
Another caller. This is Newbie again. Joe asked me a question, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Guys are
all
here.
right. Well,
I'm going to play this.
Well, I think we are out of here. We can play the disclaimer. Unless there's something else that has come up that will have us be protracted beyond 9 o'clock. See you tomorrow, people. I'm signing out because I know it is 9 o'clock.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
Rainy season is here, so be weather smart and change your tires to handle the nation's wet roads. After all, you don't want to be the one to cause any accidents, do you? So why not